Hey everybody. Oh, let me fix my camera a little bit. It is I, the infamous Kiki. Let me fix my ring light, get my camera a little. I should have did this before, but welcome to my channel. Welcome to my weekly K-pop live stream. This week I am feeling a little spicy. So the claws are going to be coming out today. But what are we going to talk to tonight on my live stream? We're going to discuss the Jin concert I went to. We're going to discuss, I went to the Rose concert, and we're going to discuss BTS rumors because BTS are in LA. We're going to see what goes on every week. We check in with BTS. And then we're going to talk about everything Hybe, Min Hee-jin, NewJeans. Hybe, Min Hee-jin, and NewJeans just all kind of go together anyway because they're all intertwined. Anyway, by the way, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Nomadic Kitty. I discuss K-pop. I discuss K-pop industry from a grown folks perspective. I have family members who have been in the entertainment industry in America. I do have two friends that work in the entertainment industry in Korea. Not Hive, not Big Hit. They don't work for those companies, but they do work for two major companies in the business, and they've worked in the business for quite a while. And what else? Make sure you like, share, subscribe to my channel. And like I said, I do a live stream every week. And then also on my channel, if you look through my playlist, I do shorts, I do long form videos, and I also do posts in my post tab, formerly known as the community tab, where I talk about all things K-pop from a adult grown perspective, okay? Not from a fangirl perspective, not from a Delulu perspective, from a grown person's perspective, honey. I'm grown, I'm adult, I'm a mother. So this is like your favorite K-pop auntie. And on my live streams, I keep it very casual. I don't try to do anything too formal. It is still light time. It is like 6 p.m. here, 6:30. It's still light outside. You can still see the light. I got my ring light on, but most of you guys are going to watch it on a rewatch, so make sure in 24 hours my video finally downloads. It takes YouTube a while to download it live stream. And then in the description, hello, Krishana. And in the description, in the comments, I will have timestamps for all the topics that I talk about today. I was supposed to get on here later on, but life, hello Scott, life be lifing. So that's just how it is in my life. I work a full-time job. I am not a full-time YouTuber. I don't looking to become rich off of YouTube. So life be lifing. I work a full-time job. I have two kids. If you hear something going on in the background giggling, it is hello Elena. It is my kids in the background because it's Sunday and today is cleaning day. It's the day that my kids clean the house. So if you hear Kikiing and the caw in the background, it's just my children making lots of noise as they clean the house every Sunday. Also on my live streams, I tend to do my face because again, life be lifing. I haven't eaten anything today. I haven't had anything to drink today. So hello Bobby Rios. I love you too. So I am very, very busy. So I try to do like my beauty routine on camera because again, a life be life, and I have a lot of things to do. Like I said, I haven't eaten today. I went to work out today. Like one day, when my channel gets monetized, I'm gonna have like do a day in the life of my life so y'all could see the insanity. Like literally, my days are all very like planned out and very, very busy. But I still have time left to edit videos and come here. And also, I do have a Wattpad if you guys are into BTS fan fiction. I do have a Wattpad. I'm Nomadic Kitty FF on Wattpad, where I have an ongoing story that's has been breaking records. I think my ongoing story I posted my Wattpad probably a couple of months ago, and it is off the chain. Like people really like my ongoing Yoongi centered BTS fan fiction story. So Nomadic Kitty FF on Wattpad. I am also on Weverse. I'm Nomadic Kitty on Weverse. If you're a BTS fan, I'm in different groups on Weverse, not just BTS. So you can catch me in Weverse. I don't post a lot in Weverse. I just go there to keep up with 17 and Blackpink and stuff like that. So like I said, make sure you please like, share, subscribe. And again, one day my channel's up for monetization by August the 9th, so I'll bring stuff. Steven is eating pizza and watching a live stream. Oh my God, I want some pizza so bad, y'all. I'm hungry. I have a salad, but I'll eat that after my live stream. I've been on a low carb dieter for a long time. So just in case y'all didn't know, I used to be like 400 pounds years ago. So I used to be, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong being a big girl. I love you, big girl, big girls and big boys. Holla, but I used to be really, really, really big. I used to be like two of me. I used to weigh over, I think at my heaviest, I was 340 pounds. I used to be a size, if you in America, I used to be a size 26, and now I am a size 12. So just in case, that's just a little bit about your girl that y'all may have not known. I went on a huge weight loss journey. Hello, Lenore. And so I've been on that weight loss journey. I work out a lot. So K-pop fan, yes, my whole channel is K-pop. I'm a BTS centric. My channel's focused mostly on BTS, but I do talk about other things. I'm BTS Army, by the way, and I'm a casual fan of other things. So we're gonna get into it today. You same, Lenore. Thank you. Uh, with the weight thing. Yeah, Larry says 476 pounds. It is hard to lose weight. It took me a long time and a lot of tools. It's a long journey that one day I will come on here and tell you guys all about it. Seriously though, yeah, it is more psychological than it is physical. But is to get over the hump psychologically is what made me lose weight. Hello, So Young. Hello. So everybody, wait a minute. Hello, hola, konnichiwa, año. Everybody out there. I just speak namaste to everybody. I have to say hi to everybody in everybody's languages. Guten Tag. Yes. So to everybody watching from all over the world. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about Jin. Now, BTS Jin, Sakjin, Sakjin, he is on tour right now. I went to his concert in Dallas this past Tuesday. I posted one short because I've been so busy. I should have posted more shorts. I have a bunch of shorts that I haven't posted yet, but I will be posting my whole concert vlog this coming up week. I think it's scheduled to go up Wednesday or Thursday. So if you subscribe to my channel, you will see my concert vlog. But I went in Dallas. I went to go see Jin. Uh, and it was an experience. Yeah, if you don't know, me and my sister-in-law Jennifer go to K-pop concerts, a lot of them. We've been to probably 10 altogether since 2022. And this week I went to two. So I went to Jin at the American Airlines Center in Dallas. Please say hello in Arabic. Oh my God, I don't think I know a hello in Arabic. Y'all tell me. Hello, Samantha. Um, Lyra says she doesn't eat a lot, but she won't even try it. It's tough. I say hello in Arabic. I don't know hello in Arabic. You have to enlighten me. But I went to go see Sakjin on Tuesday, and it was fun. We got good tickets. I did a whole video about my Weverse experience getting tickets. If you look at my playlist, I have a whole playlist for each one of the BTS members. If you look at my Jin playlist, you will see where I was I think it was a live stream. I did a whole live stream where I focused on talking about Jin and my tickets. Oh, it's like that. So young. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce that. But I said, oh, wait a minute. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum assalam. Assalamu alaikum. To all my other people out there. There you go. And so Jen was fun. It was a lot of fun. Jennifer enjoyed it a lot more than she thought she was going to enjoy it. Again, I have to say a disclaimer. I am not into Jen's music. Um, I am new to BTS Army. But Jen came out with a lot of energy. Jen looked great. And I I love Jin. Jin was great. So if you have, there are a bunch of YouTube channels that have his concert tour. And again, I'm gonna have my vlog. And my vlog, I have to like cut it off. Like I can't play the songs all the way through. I've already been hit for a copyright. Like I'm not gonna that video is not gonna be monetized. So, but I'll post it anyway, just so y'all can see. But like I don't film the whole concert because I do try to enjoy the concert, and me holding up a camera for 2 hours is not gonna work. So I'll usually do like clips of the songs. Who is my favorite member? My favorite member is Sugar. Sugar is my ultimate bias. He's my ult. But I try to hold up and I try to do clips because again, when I go see a concert, I want to enjoy it too, y'all. Holding up my camera like this for 2 hours is not enjoyable. My neck be hurting, y'all be like, so that's not fun for me. So I do try to give, and I give a beforehand and then afterwards. So I've been trying to get better at doing my concert vlogs because I don't really, this is my first year actually posting concert vlogs. Usually I just post shorts. But for every concert, I did BB, I did Stray Kids. It's on my playlist. It's underneath my K-pop playlist. So I went to BB, I went to Stray Kids, Jin, and so I'm trying to get better at vlogging, y'all. I'm trying to, I really am. But I get really excited going, especially going to see Jin. I was very excited. Hello, Jeremy. I appreciate Jeremy. This is me. This is, by the way, y'all, this is me looking very pedestrian. When you look at my concert vlogs, that's how I normally look. This is very stripped. This is stripped down. This is me getting ready to go to bed. But thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it, honey. Uh, but normally I don't look this, this is me, no makeup on, just looking very like I'm getting ready to relax for the night. But so I went to go see Jen and it was good. American Airlines Center, we've been there before. He had lots of energy. He came out and his concert was tight. Like Jen played games with us, y'all. So he got out there and he played games, and that was really a lot of fun. Oh, you love my glasses? Thank you so much, honey. And Jen got out there and played games with the crowd. So he did kind of like a singing game. He did like a trivia game. Like so he did different games to keep it interesting. Um, and his concert was very tight. When I say tight, I mean like it wasn't very long. Like some concerts go drag on and on and on. Jen's concert started right at 8 p.m. and like around 9:45 he was done. And I appreciate that because I was tired that day. So I appreciate a concert that is just like not a lot of downtime in between. So I like that. Oh, I look smart with these glasses. I hope so. I have a bunch of different glasses, by the way, but these are my favorites. But Jen, Jen just kept things rolling. Like it wasn't a lot of Rachel said it's Jeremy and honey. There's nothing to be in love with. Trust me, I ain't that great. But I loved it. I love that Jen kept it real tight. I don't like concerts where I go and they talk a lot and there's a lot of time in between the sets and you got to be sitting there waiting. I mean, it gives you time to go to the bathroom. And I understand that people's sets have to be set up and the lasers have to be lasering. Uh, Oh, thank you, Rachel. I appreciate it. I guess I feel this way about my looks because when this is not my norm. Like my norm is very like glam bod. Like I'm all like, he. Like I said, if you go and watch my videos, you'll see me like, hello everyone. Hello. I have makeup on and hair and I look decidedly different. But I appreciate it, Rachel. You too. But I would say that Jen's concert was definitely worth it. And I would say that it was economical. I think I spent $230 a piece for tickets and they were good seats. And so Jen, I give it two thumbs up. I recommend. And I will, like I said, I will be posting the vlog so y'all be able to see the whole experience of me waking up, getting ready, and whatever. And then also, if you're on TikTok, I'm sure a lot of you guys are. Some of you guys aren't on TikTok because TikTok is banned in your country. Congratulations to the I hate TikTok. But I am Nomadic Kitty on TikTok. But I go there really to just make my videos and edit my videos and then I just transfer them over to YouTube. So that's kind of but you'll be able to see like things ahead of time. If you subscribe to me on TikTok, you'll be able to see my videos like ahead of time because I post them there first and then I bring them over and I put them all together for YouTube. Um, Jeremy, you're gonna be cracking up over here. Um, so you can follow me over there. What else? Jen was good. So we're going to get on to the other concert that I went to. The other concert I went to the Rose. I saw the Rose Friday night in Grand Prairie, Texas, still the Dallas area, but Grand Prairie at a smaller a stadium that me and Jennifer had not been to before. But if you know the Rose are by the way, is a Korean like alt rock band. Um, all kind of Korean alt rock band, and they sing a lot of they play their own instruments. So like they're a band, not like they're not considered K-pop. But the lead singer of like how I found out about the Roses, the lead singer Woo Sung of the Rose sang a song with my bias Sugar, called Snooze. And it is one of my favorite BTS videos of all time, and it's my favorite Sugar solo video of all time. It's not my favorite Sugar solo song, but the video is stellar. And I heard the song Snooze last year, and I said, "Who is this singing? Hello, Merville." And I was like, "Who is singing this song?" And then some guy named Woo Sung, I saw him, and I was like, "Who is this?" And then I looked him up and realized he was the lead singer of a group called The Rose. And they have they've been around for quite a while, and they've just kind of like plugged away in the South Korea. And they have songs in English, and they came out with a hit last year that goes like, I can make you but I can't make you come back to me. Like, even my song, my kids knew this song. They heard it on TikTok. My kids heard this song on YouTube in shorts, so they even know it's one of their more popular songs that was like a breakout hit last year. So if you don't know who The Rose is, please check out The Rose, especially you K-pop fans out there. They're a really good band. So it is. I went to go see them Friday night. It was good to see a live band. Um, Not every K-pop group or singer that we have been with has had a live band. Stray Kids, I have to say, the Stray Kids has had a phenomenal live band. Like Stray Kids, they featured their live band. They had their live band. They introduced them. The live band members each played their instruments and then played like a little bit of like interlude. And let me tell you, that Stray Kids live band is the best live band we have heard from a K-pop or Korean performer. Their live band was on point. So I give big ups to Stray Kids. If you have not seen Stray Kids in concert, or go watch the concert videos, but their live band it was phenomenal. It was good. The Rose, they are a live band. They sing. You're a great fan of BTS, you too, me too. So the Rose are very talented. They sing live and everything, y'all. They sing live. And so they are great live singers. They play acoustic, they have acoustic songs, they have rock songs. They had a great set that looked like a bedroom. And it was good. And Wu Song, the lead singer, he looks just like he looks on YouTube. He's a really nice looking guy. To see him in person, it don't do him justice. He's a very, I would say, a handsome guy. And so I've seen videos of him, and I was like, that don't do him in part. He's one of these people that look better in person. And see him on stage, he's a phenomenal singer. So The Rose, I would definitely give another two thumbs up. And like I said, it's just something that hits different when you go see a live band where they're playing instruments than just a backtrack. You love Stray Kids and BTS, Magali, so do I. And like I said, Stray Kids is one of the best concerts I've ever been to. That and TXT are two of the best. And we're debating whether we're gonna want to go to TXT. But like I said, The Rose, I will post a concert vlog for that sometime next week, maybe the week after. It takes me a while to like edit stuff down because I record a lot, but I try to edit stuff down and put it in chronological order. But I will be posting my vlog for The Rose, and I posted a short for The Rose. So there you go. So I will try to post more shorts again. This weekend has been me crunched on time. But so stay tuned for that. My next concert will be going to see Kai. Um, do I know if there's a relation between JK and Lisa? And there is no relation between JK and Lisa. I can tell you that. Are we talking about like familial relations, or are we talking about relations like they hooking up? Like, what are we talking about? But I can say that my next concert is going to be Kai. Kai is a member of look, let me tell y'all something. I go to concerts and I don't even know who these people are. So Kai is a member from EXO. Do y'all know who Kai is? Let me look him up. He's a member of EXO, but he's also a single solo, what they call it, solo. And he is coming to the same place I went to go see The Rose at. So I think he's a member of EXO. Kai. Yes, he was a former member of EXO. He seems like a very nice looking guy. Stray Kids on tour. Yes, I went to Stray Kids. I went to their tour 2 weeks ago. ATEEZ is first, then Kai. Thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer, I'm sorry. Let me back up, y'all. We're going to see ATEEZ first. This is our second time seeing ATEEZ. We saw ATEEZ last year. We're going to see ATEEZ, then Kai. Jennifer had to come and get me together and be like, girl, wait, don't get it together. Yes, he is. Oh, okay. So yes, Kai was a member of the legendary K-pop group EXO. I don't know any of their songs. I think I know one Kai song because he came out with an album last year, I think, or something, or 2 years ago. Oh, he comes in there. He sings that song, Rover, Rover, Mr. Rover. Okay, now I know who he is. Just to tell y'all, we be going to see. He did the song Rover that came out 2 years ago. Now that song I do know. So there you go, Kai. But we're gonna go see ATs first. Now, when it comes to ATs, we went to their tour, their concert last year, and ATs is also in my top three of concerts. ATs was phenomenal. If you do not know ATs, look up ATs. They just came out with an album, and I listened to the whole thing the other day. It was great. So those are the so ATs, then Kai. We thought about going to P1 Harmony or TXT, but we don't know yet. So we y'all stay tuned. But that's the tours that are coming up next. I'm very excited to see ATs again. Very, 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 very excited. So overjoyed, excited. So that's what's coming up next. So y'all stay tuned because each one of these tours I will be doing a vlog for. So stay tuned. Now, on to the next topic is BTS rumors. So we're gonna talk about BTS rumors. So let's go down to BTS. So we talked about Jin. Jin is on tour. He is in, I believe, in Tampa. I think it was in Tampa. He did a live stream. He did a Weverse live stream. He was looking cute. If you not see Jin on live stream after his tour dates, like in Dallas, he came on and did a live stream. Do you work with BTS or not? What? Do I work with BTS? No, I wish I did work with BTS. No. Um, so Jin did a Weverse live after his Dallas. Like after every location, Jin goes online and he eats and he does. He was this last one. I think he's in Tampa. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Where is Jin at? Jin is in Tampa. So he's in Tampa, Florida. He talked about and I'm sorry, not Jin, Jimin and J Hope was on his live stream, not on it, but they were messaging him while he was eating on his live stream, and they were making little jokes. And Jimin was like saying hi and being Jimin, and he was being funny. So yeah, so that's what happened on the live stream, and that was just the Weverse yesterday. And so Jin, he always gets on there and eats and talks about food. When he was in Dallas, he ate a bunch of like fried food that looked like garbage. Just like hot garbage. It was not good. But he was eating something called mulwe, which is a cold fish soup that sounds highly, highly, highly gross. But apparently it's very popular. Jin loves it. Jin is like the unofficial king of mulwe. Mulwe. That's how it's pronounced, right? And so Jen always talks about it. It's a cold fish soup. And I don't like seafood and I don't like cold soup. So there you go. So Jen is still on tour, y'all, doing this thing. I don't know when Jen's tour ends. I don't know. I should have looked that up before I got on this live stream. But I think it ends sometime in August. If you know how can someone work with them, I don't know. It's a lot of steps. You have to be in Korea. Or you want to work for Hybe America. That's the other part. So that was Jen. J Hope came on and did a live stream the other night as well. And he is in California. He's in LA with the rest of the members. Like he's in LA. Jimin is there, Jungkook is there, V is there, Suga and RM are there. So pretty much all of them are all there in LA in some way, shape, or form. Now they have been flying back and forth. Uh, doing other things. They've been going back and forth to South Korea. They've been going other places around and outside of LA, like West Hollywood and stuff like that. And so J Hope was talking about his schedule. He was talking about all he does is like eat, sleep, work out, work on music, eat, sleep, work out. Hello, Cheryl. And saying that's all that they've been doing. That he was, and then J Hope was saying in his Weverse that all the members are focused on exercising. So they're all like dieting and exercising because they're all trying to get back in shape. Because BTS, if you didn't know, they're working on their album right now and they have a tour. Um, and they have a tour that the album coming out next year and a tour in the spring. So, or album in the spring and then a tour afterwards or during or sometime around then, or maybe a tour in the summer. But yeah, right now they're working on their album. I've said it before that BTS are also working on other things, from what I hear, that they're working on um, just other things besides just the album. That yes, they are working hard on the album, but they're also working on deals. Like I said, there's Hybe America's there. I heard Bang PD is there. He's there. Bang PD has his own like house or apartment or condo or whatever in LA. So I don't know if they're staying at Bang PD's. I don't know if they're staying at Airbnb, but from what I hear, that they're staying at some mansion and it's pretty lavish. It's pretty big, and that they're all staying together and just trying to work on this album and get to know each other again after being in the military. They have to get used to being around each other and all that kind of stuff. What did you? Oh, they're BTS are working on their album. That's what they're doing right now, and also they're working on other things. So it could be dance rehearsals. It could be, they are working with producers and writers and composers in the industry in LA. They could be working on, collaborations and stuff like that. But it's beyond the album. I tell people it's more than just them working on an album. They are working on a bunch of different things, all at once. And so they'll be flying back and forth and going all over the place just to do hello, Hyunjin. I don't know what that is. The Felix, is this a Stray Kids thing? Do you know about I have one Felix one and I don't know what that means. About the Felix one and only situation? No clue. Is it BTS related? Y'all know if it ain't BTS related, I'm just kind of like, huh? I kind of hear it a little bit here unless it's something really, 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 really huge. Um, I don't know. Is Felix one and only? Let me tell y'all something before I continue. We talk about BTS. I don't follow. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter. So if y'all are talking about something that happened on Instagram and Twitter, it's over my head, or TikTok over my head. The only thing I pay attention to is YouTube, and barely that. I don't subscribe to many K-pop channels. I think there's one, two, three, four, maybe five K-pop channels, but they're not K-pop like gossip or stuff like that. It's just like they talk about the business, like Asian Entertainment and High Boy. I watch the channels a lot. Somebody said that they wanted to kidnap Felix. That happens all the time. I'm going to talk about that later, but no, I haven't heard about that. I'm not a stay, so I'm not a stray kids person. I'm not a stay. I've been to Stray Kids concert. I did a video about the history of Stray Kids, but I'm not a stay at all. At all. I respect Stray Kids and what they've done for the business. I like Stray Kids. But their music ain't is not really my type of music. But I will go to their concerts, though. Their concert was the bomb, though. I say their concert was great. It's fabulous. I always sing praise. They put on a really, really, really good concert with a really good band. So there you go. Do you know when the BTS contract gonna end? Because there's rumors saying that it's gonna end. I have no idea. Nobody really knows that. We don't know when BTS. All this is what I've heard about BTS contract. I have heard that BTS signed a 10-year contract. I don't know if that's when they signed this 10-year contract. It may have been like in 2022. It may have been 2021, like around that time. That's what I've heard, that they've signed a 10-year contract. So if they did sign a 10-year contract 2021, 2022, then they in it for another 10 years, you know, to 2031. I mean, it's quite a long time. But that's what I heard. You can take it with a grain of salt that they signed a 10-year contract. Um, and so if they did sign a 10-year contract, they ended to at least 2030. Maybe before then, maybe 2029. I don't know. I don't see, to be honest with you, I don't see BTS being together for too much longer. So I'm just gonna ride the wave and enjoy it while I can. Cause I see them doing an album. I see them going on tour. And then after that, I don't know. That's my expectation. I keep my expectation low when it comes to BTS's longevity. I don't The way things are going now, and if they continue to have success solo, I see BTS maybe being like other K-pop groups where they'll come together and do a tour and do an album like once every 5 years, but then eventually they're going to want to branch out because eventually BTS is getting older. Like they can't keep this up. They're not 20-year-olds anymore. They're in their 30s and they want to do, and some of them for surely want to do more solo things, and then some of them maybe want to slow down and focus on the business aspect of doing things like behind the scenes. I just don't see BTS being around doing this forever. I mean, as you get older, like they're in their mind, as they hit their 30s. And if they go on tours and keep this up for the next 5 years, they'll be in their mid 30s, mid late 30s. Jen will be like, shit, what, like 38 in 5 years? They want to have families. They're going to want to like have families and settle down. And perhaps they get tired of dealing with the business because the business is a lot. It's a lot for them, you know. And and I just, hello, Sandra. I just expect them to kind of slow down because they are getting older, just like Shiny and Super Junior and all these powerful K-pop groups who are now older, who are older oppas. And I have no expectations for BTS. Whatever to me is whatever they want to do. If they want to leave the industry, I will still support them. If they want to stay in the industry until they running around looking like JYP, look, listen, okay? I am an unabashed JYP fan. If Jungkook want to be 55 years old and run around on stage wearing a plastic suit, talk about sweet dreams I made of it. Look, if that's what Jungkook want to do, I'll be like, go ahead, Jungkook, go Cookie, go. You know, if he wants to still be doing music at 60, who are we to tell? I'm not gonna judge. I'm gonna be like Jackson Wayne going. If Jungkook wanna run on stage when he get to be 50 years old, or 50 or 60, JYP to me still look good. Y'all don't understand. I have a real big crush on JYP. Like I'm a JYP. Like he's my bias. I love JYP. Like I don't ask no questions. Mind your business. Don't ask me why. But I love me some Daddy JYP. Yes, Daddy JYP is Daddy, honey. I love him. So if he wants to run around, if hello Tony Stark, if JYP wants to run, if Jungkook wants to be 55 and run around on stage with see-through outfits and sing at 55, I'll be like, well, you know, let if Jimin want to do it or anyone of them want to go to JYP route. I see at least one of the BTS members perhaps starting their own label, doing their own like writing or composing thing, starting their own company, you know, or write, and then eventually get on stage every once in a while and just like, ooh, I want to sing. JYP is a legend. He is a legend in K-pop. Right now, as you guys, where now am I speaking right now? I'm looking at my phone and Jimin just was on Weverse right now. He made a post. He ain't do a live stream post. But I love JYP. Psy is older, right? Thank you. Thank you. Paula Flores, Psy is still doing it, and Psy is old as hell, you know. Oh, who is JYP is the head of JYP Entertainment. He is a legend in the business. He started out as a singer. He started out as a singer with the group, and then he ended up starting his own agency. And JYP Entertainment is one of the big four in Korea. So, and then JYP is the home of Stray Kids, and a bunch of other artists, but Stray Kids is the biggest one. And I respect JYP. I respect, you know, everything that he does. He's a legend in the business. So I expect that BTS one day will go down that route, and one day old Jungkook will be on stage singing, talking about he'll be up there dancing and singing. And because when JYP want to come out with a song, he come out with a song, and he came out with a song 2 years ago. JYP still charting. Psy come out with a song, he still chart on the Korean chart. So I figured that eventually BTS is gonna get old, you know, and God bless them, and they're gonna want to move on with their lives. And like I said, don't be surprised if some of them just want to get out of the business and just be behind the scenes. I see Sugar and maybe RM really like disappearing and being behind the scenes and want to just go live their life. You know, I'm ready for Sugar to be in his fat Oprah period. Like he's gonna be a little chunky. He's gonna be in my head canon, I figure that Sugar one day will be the next Bong PD. Like he will be the next, like he will possibly have his own company and nurture and foster new artists. That's how I feel like BTS is going to be in the future. That Sugar will be the next Bong PD and Jungkook will be the next JYP. Y'all know JYP show up and start singing, baby, I'll be dying. I'll be like, he really be on stage to be serious about it. And this man, he still think he can dance. He still think he got it. JYP, nobody can tell JYP he doesn't still have it. He is convinced. He's like, I am 55. I still look good. And he's a handsome man. JYP still feel like he could get out there with Stray Kids one day. He gonna get on stage with Stray Kids and be like, JYP gonna be on stage with Stray Kids talking about do 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 do. Let me stop talking about my man. Let me stop talking about my own blood. Oh my God. JYP gonna be up there. Oh my God. I'm telling you, JYP gonna be up there talking about God's menu. I'll be just dying on JYP. That's my dude though. But I expect, BTS to do whatever they want to do. And then I just tell fans that don't be surprised if that's what they want to do. If they want it. Also, what I hear about in California is that BTS, I've said before in my live streams that they have gotten a really great reception in California. Like people are excited to be with them and everything like that. Um, the thing that I keep hearing over and over again, and from Korea and the Korean boards and the grapevine, you didn't hear it from me, but I'm just putting it out there with a grain of salt. I don't know if it's true or not. I keep hearing rumors about one of the BTS members wanting to buy a home or buy a studio or something in California. I've heard this. I've been hearing this for weeks now. Like I keep hearing this over and over again, over again. I talked about in my live stream that I hear that there are certain members that have been thinking about getting a home or a property or a studio or something in California. So just take that with a grain of salt, and not to move. I don't think move there permanently because most of their business is in Korea, but just go back and forth. Like because Bang PD go back and forth. He has a home in LA and he spends like 6 months out of a year in LA and then he comes back to South Korea. Bye bye. Okay, bye. Welcome, my lovely EW members. That's a one heck of a name. But bye, y'all. All the stays that always come to my live stream. I appreciate y'all. But I expect one of the members or several of the members may be thinking about buying property in LA to go back and forth. Just for a change of pace. It's just different being in America than being in South Korea for a lot of them. And then some of them may be able to have more freedom that they have in America than South Korea, and that's just the truth. Like they are able to do things and maneuver and have more privacy than they would um, in South Korea. So I wouldn't be surprised if one or several other members buy property, buy a house, and then they may do it. I'm telling y'all, like quietly. Like they may buy property and we may have never hear about it because again, it's not Korea. Korea, they find out stuff in different moves. In America, you can buy property, you can own homes, you can put it in somebody else's name, you can put it in the corporation name. People would never know. So I'm telling people that like, for instance, Sugar could buy a whole home in Cali and nobody would ever really know about it. Like nobody would really know unless they would see him going back. He would fly back and forth. Nobody would even know he was even flying back and forth, y'all. Like that's how different it is than Seoul in South Korea. They can have a bit more privacy here. Um, and again, living here is one, I don't think they would move here permanently. I might be wrong though, but maybe eventually after their career is, have settled down a little bit. But I could see at least one member I hear is like out looking for property, like out looking for some what kind of property. It could be a studio, it doesn't necessarily have to be a home or a condo. It could be property. It could just them looking for a plot of land in California to build something on. So that's what I hear. So I hear somebody, I don't know which member, is looking at land, looking at property, either to build a studio or a home or something. And I tell people in Seoul, South Korea, like the areas and the district they live in, it's very dense. Like it's very like packed. Like South Korea is very packed. So it's not a lot of there's not a lot of space for them to like build. You really have to buy a home already there, or you have to buy a property, tear down the home like JK did. JK bought property and a home and he tore down the home and built a home from the ground up. And that costs a lot of money to do in Korea. But JK wanted his own home, designed his own home and all that kind of stuff. And it looks like it's like one of those Tesla trucks. That's what it looks like. But most people in South Korea, like the famous people, they all live near each other and they all live in these like condos or high rises. And they may own a floor or may own several apartment buildings or several in a condo. And there's really nice condos, but that's not for everybody. I mean, if you live in a condo, like JK used to live one and he didn't have a lot of privacy. I remember him doing live streams and they were talking about people were waiting outside of his, which people do it outside of his home too. But a lot of times people just they just want more privacy. They don't want neighbors passing by people in the elevator and all that stuff. Like they want their own property. And so again, come to America, there's lots of land here. There's lots of places you can build, even in California, even in West Hollywood, even in LA, even in Beverly Hills. There's plenty of property they could buy already built, or they could build their home from the ground up. So it's whatever, you know. So hello, Arbita Islam. So there you go. It just depends on whatever BTS would like to do. So that's one thing that I heard. And again, like I said before, I heard that they are doing more than just the album. You might be seeing, I mean, they're of course working out, but they could be doing photo shoots, they could be filming music videos, they could be doing a lot of things in LA. So don't be, there's a reason why they go to LA because LA, everything is there. The producers, the writers, the mixers that they use, the sound, they can develop everything. They can work with different westernized producers. Hybe America is there. Video places for them to shoot videos, for them to shoot promotions, for them to shoot all kinds of things. There's locations for them to go to. There's also, Sugar is owning a stake in the Las Vegas, soon to be the Las Vegas A's or what the Oakland A's, the baseball team. Sugar bought stock in that. So there may be business deals, things he may be traveling back and forth. I've heard that between LA and Las Vegas, he may be traveling back and forth. So I just say that BTS are out doing a lot of things. They're also out socializing. I said it before I said, look, y'all, it is what it is. It's LA. I mean, they have a Koreatown in LA. It is what it is, y'all. Like it is. There's bars and spas and restaurants and stuff for them to go to that they can speak Korean. They have staff with them and bodyguards. But I tell them, I said, don't be surprised if, we haven't heard any stories, but BTS are out doing things. Okay, I was going to bring some up. How can I put this? Okay, so in Korea, like RM and Sugar went to the Blackpink concert. Y'all didn't know that in Anaheim, Anaheim, California. They drove to Anaheim, LA to Anaheim. I wouldn't be surprised, hypothetically speaking, allegedly, if BTS members have went to other places to look at other concerts. Again, being K-pop fan, if BTS show up at a K-pop concert or festival or something, people are going to recognize them immediately. But I tell people that in LA has a huge underground hip hop scene, for instance, just hypothetically speaking. So they have a lot of hip hop clubs, a lot of underground scenes and stuff like that. So people who are really into hip hop and into rap music and R&B, you can go to these underground clubs in LA and nobody know no do you think these people would know who BTS were? No, they would not. They would not recognize RM and Sugar and J-Hope at an underground hip hop club in West Hollywood Hills. I'm just telling you, hypothetically, I'm just saying. So they could, in theory, go to clubs or parties, just depending on what the area is and the demographic, and people would not even recognize who they were. Some Korean dudes go to an underground hip hop club or an R&B club in LA. Nobody's really going to know who they are because they're surrounded by people who are not K-pop fans. You understand what I'm saying? So again, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was in LA at a restaurant or someplace and they didn't know who just some Korean guys. It goes over our head in America if you're not a K-pop fan. Again, I live in Dallas. Carrollton, Texas is one of the largest expats community. I think we're second to Koreatown in LA. BTS could literally come to Koreatown and they blend in and nobody would really know. BTS could come to a club in Oak Cliff, South Dallas, and nobody would know who these guys were. They would just be like, oh, there's just some Korean guys here. Okay. Like nobody would blink an eye because you would be surrounded by people who aren't K-pop fans or who wouldn't be able to recognize BTS seeing them. We recognize BTS because we're Army. We recognize BTS because we're K-pop people. But when you go to places in LA and you hang out in spaces where people aren't K-pop fans, they really can walk around a store and be pretty much anonymous. Because again, being in that area where it's a very diverse area in LA and being an Asian male period is not going to attract too much attention. Like they would just blend in with the rest of the population, to be honest, unless somebody would be like, oh, but depending on what area they in, they could be hanging and partying and not be recognized. And I'm sure for BTS, that's kind of like, whoo, like we can go out and we can do things and we ain't got to worry about people up their butts 24 hours a day. I'm sure it's in theory, hypothetically, I'm sure that would be a lot of fun for them to be able to like actually kind of have some semblance of normalcy and not have to worry about the scrutiny of Korean culture and Korean people because it's LA. And LA is gonna be LA, y'all. I keep telling you, there's gonna be women that are gonna approach them and shoot their shot. They gonna be like, oh, because again, besides BTS being BTS, and even if you didn't know BTS, baby Jungkook and V, look, I'm not saying all the members of BTS ain't good looking, but I'm saying Jungkook and V are good looking men, period. Like if I didn't know if they weren't famous, they are good looking men, period. So women are gonna be like, oh, who's that? And then if they notice that they have money or they're getting out of a nice car, then women really gonna be like, who's that? You know. So can a Muslim live in the United States safely? Depends on where you live. Depends on the state. Depends on where you're. Hello, Kaylee. So I would tell people that BTS are good-looking men. Like I said, Jungkook and V with no makeup on, walking around, women would definitely, and men, and men too. I'm not leaving y'all out, fellas. They would definitely attract attention. Not like, oh, they're famous, but just like, oh, that's a nice looking guy. Because again, they're good looking guys. So, if they're out with no mask on and no hat, and if they were just out at a restaurant or a bar or a club somewhere looking good, smelling good, women in LA are gonna notice them. I mean, notwithstanding them being BTS, but they are good looking men. So I would tell people, I was like, them women in LA must be like, who is that over there? Like, damn, like, who's that? Oh, that's that BTS. Oh, BTS? Sure, like. So I was like, it ain't like Korea. Them Korean women are a little meek. American women gonna be like, let me go over there and let me introduce myself. How you doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Hey, welcome to LA. They gonna get more boldness, and then they're in spaces with other entertainers and other producers that are taking them places and introducing them to people. So again, ladies out there, my ladies in LA, shoot your shot, girl. I ain't mad at you. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. I'm sure a few women be like, here's my number, call me. We can work together. Shoot your shot, especially I would say with RM, with him and his English. The other ones don't speak a lot of English, but RM seems very confident and conversational. I can see him, women like, oh, he's speaking English. Like, hey, how you doing, ladies? I can see the women really like coming up to RM and really trying to shoot their shot a little bit and be like, oh, BTS, let's go hang, or them at a party or an event somewhere. And behind the scenes that women are probably like, they ain't worried about that K-pop shit, y'all. These women in LA, they're not worried about that. They're not worried about that. They just good looking, rich, foreign. These women are like, oh, let me get my bikini on. Who are them dudes over there? They got staff, they rich, they cute. Well, girl, let me go. Let me make sure I'm looking good. Let me go over here and say hi, I mean, that's just kind of how it happens in LA. You just deal with a whole level of difference. So that's what I would say that was going on with BTS. Nothing too scandalous, but just things that I've heard here and there. Allegedly, you take it with a grain of salt. Um, and we're going to talk about BTS in a minute, more about them and their situation. But that's BTS Adventures in LA, and I'm sure they've had a lot of time to shop and go, shop around in West Hollywood and LA too. Especially J Hope. J Hope likes to shop, and Jimin likes to shop, and I'm sure they're having fun. And I want them to have fun and relax and have fun, and work hard too. They're working hard at pumping iron. So there you go. I can't recommend cities. I don't know. You have to look it up. Chat GPT is your friend. Google and Chat GPT is your friend. Look up the most. It'll probably be like New York, LA. It'll be someplace where there's a lot of diverse places. Dearborn, Michigan. There you go. I can say Dearborn, Michigan. From a Michigander, I can tell you if you're a Muslim, Dearborn, Michigan is the place for you because that's where a huge Muslim community there. But also, so we're gonna get into. I talked about the concerts I went to. I talked about BTS and going on in California. And so now we're going to come to the main topic, y'all. What you drum roll, please. Make sure you like the video, please. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like the video, please. I really appreciate it, y'all. But we're going to talk about Hybe, NewJeans. Okay. So I did a video a couple of months ago about the Hybe IPO issue. Okay. We've talked about this like every week now. So if you didn't know, Hybe's offices got raided. They sent out the legal counsel of Hybe sent out an email to all the employees and told the employees business as usual and don't panic. I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, don't panic, everybody, business as usual. Because of course, when you get raided, they were raided by the police. So if you don't know, let me just break it down to you in a nutshell. Hybe is being investigated for what we would know as in America as insider trading. Basically, Hybe was a privately owned company. Bond PD and a bunch of investors owned Hybe. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Abrish. I sure did. I sure did. Because you come to my channel. You come to my channel talking nonsense, I will report you over and over again on many different channels. And not only will I report you, but then other people on my channel will report you as well. So it's not me. If you come to my channel issuing profanity, then yes, you will be reported because you are in violation of the YouTube terms and services. So yes, if you come to one of the YouTube terms and services, you have to look them up, is abusive or foul or language. So that's the reason, yes, you will be reported. You will be screenshotted and you will be reported because you are in violation of YouTube's, not mine, YouTube's terms and services. Not mine. I don't make the rules on YouTube. So take that up with YouTube, but I will screenshot you and I will report you. And YouTube will come back and be like, yeah, you can't get on people's live streams and issue profanities and things like that. That's how YouTube works. Again, I don't make the YouTube rules. These are YouTube's rules. If you don't want to be reported, then don't come to my channel and say crazy things and say profanity-laced things, insulting things. You will get reported. I thought everybody knew how YouTube works. I can't go to someone's channel and cuss them out and say foul and racist things. I can't do that. I will get kicked out of my YouTube channel. I will lose my YouTube channel. If you don't know that, that's your dumb ass. I think once you signed up, you would understand that. And then if you come to my channel, other people are on my channel. They read your comments, they will go to your channel and they will report you. Because I have subscribers. And they're like, what? Okay, they're going to report. And they will silently, I don't have to do any reporting. My followers will report you. They will come to your channel and they will harass you. They will come in here and tell you, that's right, stand on business. I always stand on business. Tell them. So if you don't want the smoke, don't come to my channel because you're going to get all the smoke, little girl. All of the smoke. I'm a grown woman. All the smoke. Hey, Marine. So if you come to my channel, my users are going to report you. So run along, little girl, because yes, we will. All of us will report you. We will get your channel taken down. Thank you. I know they already tell you already. You will get reported. So if you don't like it, don't come to your channel. Stay on your own crusty channel, little girl. This person has like 2 videos on their channel, and I see all of the things that. Okay, for those of you who don't know, I have people that work at YouTube. I know people that work at YouTube. So I've warned people before. I've had people whole channels taken down because I'm like, oh, I'll just text message my friend and be like, look at this person's channel. They like, okay, let me see. Oh, they violated the terms. Okay. I'm like, I don't have to do too much because I know somebody who works at YouTube. So I warn people, don't come on my channel talking no nonsense because I'm not a little girl. I'm not some 13-year-old Blackpink fan. And I don't understand why would you come to a channel? You sound insane. Why would you come to a channel about somebody you don't like? You sound crazy. That sounds like you're obsessed with me. So, like, I have a whole sasang on this channel, y'all. Hello, Marsha. I got my own sasang. I am a sweet person. Period. Like, why would you come to? I don't come to people's channels that I don't like. That makes you sound crazy. Oh yeah, Mitzi said I'm spot on about BTS members looking for property. Thank you. I told you that's what I've heard as well. And again, let me say I support all BTS members doing whatever they want to do. If they feel like they got to get out of South Korea because South Korea is on them, then so Jennifer said this person obviously has issues. Talking about she sounds upset. I'm like, how you gonna come to somebody else's channel and be upset? Girl, bye. You a little girl. And then she a little girl at that. I'm like, I don't even know if I can effectively tell you off if you not even on my level intellectually, or if you're young enough, if you're like 13, 14 years old and you're young enough to be my daughter. I'm like, you on my channel looking at my fat ass. Like, what are you talking about? You sound up, you sound deranged. And on top of that, this other person, she's not even in America. She barely even speaking English. Like, I didn't clocked her already. I will go on your channel and clock you. I will know what country you are from. It's entertainment at this point. I'm like, she sounds upset. I don't even know what she's upset about. None of us knew. She came on one live stream and I'm like, what, man, what are you talking about? You sound crazy. I'm like, boy, get help. Please get help. You sound like I have my own saying, y'all. I don't know whether to be flattered or be scared. I don't know. Maybe I should be flattered. But anyway, like I was saying, I did a whole video about their IPO situation. And it's kind of convoluted and complicated, but Hybe used to be a private company, right? So, and then they were going to go public. Going public means they're going to be able to I guess so, Marie and Marsha. I don't know. She said, Marie says she a therapist. She can help you. She said, girl, I'm a therapist. You need some help. There's nothing to be jealous about. I'm like, it's just a YouTube channel. I come and talk about K-pop. It's not that serious. And then let me just say that people who are Blackpink fans, and I'm like, but I'm a Blackpink fan. What? I just don't understand the insanity. I was like, there's no fan war on my channel. I respect all K-pop people. I'm a Blackpink fan as well. I don't hate Blackpink or any group. It's just music. It's not that serious. It's just hello from South Korea. I know. I never say how. But so Hybe, they got in trouble because they were making the company, they were taking the company public. And apparently they sold a bunch of stock before the company went public. And Bang PD investors Bang PD himself made a lot of money. And so it's a long story, long convoluted thing. It has to do with like securities exchange. And I did a whole video. If you do not subscribe to Hybe Boy, HYBEBOY, he breaks down all of this 10 times better than I could in a bunch of videos because it's worth 6 or 7 videos just to explain what is going on. So South Korea has a, like we have SEC here. They have a FSC in South Korea where they investigate companies who are doing insider trading and messing around with stock prices and shit like that because it's illegal. So they decided to investigate. So they have come back. This has been going on for 6 or 7 months, by the way. They've come back and said that they are investigating and saying that they're going to prosecute Bang PD for all that. So they raided this past week. They raided Hybe's offices where they snatch up computers and stuff. I mean, it's a whole thing when they raid people's offices. It's the whole thing. So they grab people's computers and they get information and they talk to the chief financial officer and they when they raid your office, because I've worked for a company where our offices were raided. They get a bunch of data and information off your computer and they come in there and sometimes they interview the employees or interview the executives. I don't know if they did that this time. When they raided it, it was very kind of hush hush. I mean, people knew it was raided, but what they did during the raid is always kept confidential. So a lot of times they'll come in there and speak to the auditors. I'm just telling y'all from personal experience. They'll come in there and talk to the auditors. They come in there and talk to the chief executives. This is a financial thing. They'll come up there and snatch computers, get files and stuff like that, and then leave. And then they'll take all the information back and then they will investigate. And sometimes they'll pull people in for interviews throughout the time as they're gathering evidence. But basically, they want to, I mean, they're sitting there saying that Bang PD sold stocks and shares in Hybe before they went public, and he shouldn't have done it. He made a lot of money, a lot of money. And they were saying that investors weren't notified that they were going to go public, but Hybe has come back and said that they did everything that they had to do in order for this deal. Because when a company goes public, it is a big deal. It's not like you just wake up one day and be like, oh, I think I'm going to make the company public today. It is a 2 year process for Hybe to become public. So it is something you have to file paperwork. You have to have auditors. Auditors have to come in there and look at your revenue and look at your books. So it is a big deal to become public. You have to file paperwork with the FSC. Like there's a steps that you have to go through in order for your company to be a privately owned company to a publicly stock exchanged company. And also when you become public is when you have outside investors, people in the company, outside the company, regular people, and you start, and it boosts the revenue and the what is it? It boosts the revenue when you go public. It also puts your company out there to be publicly traded and invested, and it also brings in more income, and it also looks better for your company to be a publicly traded company. You're now considered like a corporation. So there's many different things you can do once your company becomes public. You can expand your company a lot more. So you've seen it since Hybe became public. This was like 2 years ago. Their company has expanded. There's Hybe America, there's Hybe Latin America, there's going to be a Hybe India. So they have definitely expanded and bought other subsidiaries. They bought Scooter Braun's. They bought all of his IPO, and that's what Hybe America is. So when you go public, it is a big deal. It is a big thing, and it brings in a lot of revenue, and then the profitability of your company increases. And then also, what was I going to say? What's the word for it? The value of your company triples. So there, hello, Sam. Is it a legal process? Yes, it is a legal process. Hybe went through the process of becoming a public company. They've done everything that they could. So now they've come back because again, the sale went through like a year and a half ago. So now they're being investigated in South Korea. And in South Korea, I don't look, there's a lot of questions. I want to know who tipped them off to do this, to say that the sale, I guess they were saying that investors complained that the sale wasn't up and up. Okay, I guess we're going to go along with that. So somebody complained saying that they thought that they didn't get, I guess the investors complained saying that they went public, that the investors lost money, and that Bang PD cashed in before they went public, and then surprise, surprise, they went public. So I guess some of the investors were saying that they didn't get the money that they were supposed to get. And I understand you can't do that. It's illegal. And I get it. But there's some questions. Number one, has this ever happened with another company before? I got to look this up. These are other things that I'm just thinking in my mind. Has another company like SMYG, but beyond the entertainment industry, have ever faced what Bang PD or Hybe are facing? because again, because it's Hybe, it's high profile. But there may have been other companies that went through this, but I have to research to see, like, does the FSC in South Korea does this to everybody, or is this just a Hybe thing? So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, NewJeans. Yeah, people talk about Min Hee-jin is behind. I believe Min Hee-jin is like the boogie woman. She like the boogie's like rah Min Hee-jin. Everybody's like Min Hee-jin. There you go. I don't know, but I'm trying to be even and neutral and fair without, because a lot of people are saying who are BTS army people who are pro Hybe are trying to say that this is like a witch hunt, but I try to call it down the middle, y'all. Like, I understand it, but I'm telling you, regardless, it doesn't look good for Hybe. It's not a good look PR wise. It's just not a good look for Hybe for them to be raiding their office by the police. It's just doesn't look good. Okay, the optics are all off, regardless of whether they did it or not. But again, I have to go research, because I'm gonna go research and come back next week and we're gonna research some of this, because I want to know, has any other company done this, or are they trying to make an example out of Hybe? It sounds like to me, in my opinion so far, that they are trying to make an example out of Hybe and these companies going public. And yes, every company there has been shenanigans and things going on, but it just seems like to me that they're really picking on Hybe to try to like signal something to other companies. Don't do this. Hello, Jimin. Yeah, the new president, the new president is really on this crusade. They said that he had changed the laws. Well, thank God this happened with Hyde before they changed the law. But yes, the new president in South Korea has introduced legislation and changed the laws to make things stricter with, So we're talking about Hybe, full-time stay. We're talking about Hybe and what's going on in their legal troubles. They talking about, did my new mini Jin, she planned this before BTS went to the military, stock options were taken away. Yeah, we're gonna get into Min Hee-jin in a minute. So I don't, again, the new president made new laws, and now it's even harder for companies to go public, and they've put in a bunch of regulations, but that's after. So thank God the new rules don't apply to Hybe, because the situation was going on beforehand. So thank goodness for that. So then we get into, last week I talked about Min Hee-jin. She was found not guilty of criminal charges. However, there has been some more drama in court this week. There's court records that have been released. Again, if you watch Hybe Boy, please watch his channel. And he did a two-part where Adore has dropped receipts. They have cacao messages. They have all kinds of cacao messages about Min Hee-jin talking to her lawyers, and Min Hee-jin talking to other executives in Adore about taking over Hybe. There's things that she was said. Let me put it on mute, and I'm gonna read it to you guys. But there's, like I said, I've covered this in the live stream before. I talked about how Min Hee-jin were basically playing the parents, that she was sending messages to the parents, telling the parents one thing, and then having other executives tell the parents, yeah, this is happening. So she kind of played the parents like a drum. Like she really did. Like she really, told the parents, was telling them that Hybe wasn't treating them good, and that they were basically, not treating their daughters fairly and stuff like that. So she was doing that to the parents, with the parents, and that was just crazy. And then the thing with Honey in the elevator, and Honey not bowing to them, So Min Hee-jin said to the shaman, okay, I'm still gonna do my shaman video. So Min Hee-jin said it to her shaman. Like, if y'all don't know about Min Hee-jin and the shaman, I talk about the shaman a lot, y'all. I am on the shaman, y'all. I can't get over it. Anytime I say this, I laugh. When I talk about Min Hee-jin and talk about the shaman, like, I'm just like, I can't even be serious, y'all. I can't take this seriously. When she's cacao messaging the shaman, y'all. The shaman, okay? She says, because she went to the shaman, because the shaman was gonna make it happen. The shaman was gonna take the spirit of the dead sister and put it in a trainee. The shaman was gonna curse BTS. The shaman was gonna curse Bang PD. Baby, the shaman was shamaning, okay? So Min Hee-jin says to the shaman, after seeing the company, I feel like it'd be a waste not to take it over. The shaman says, in just 3 years, you'll bring it in like a corporate merger. Min Hee-jin says, yeah, I feel like I want to have it. The shaman says, you need to end BTS here, not drag it out like SM did, but be determined every single day. Min Hee-jin, ha ha ha. The shaman says, not preparing, just determination. Min Hee-jin says, then first, I'll finish planning my label by April with Source Music and I'll push forward without compromising on my opinions. So, in other words, this broad here was talking to her shaman about, number one, they got to get BTS out the way. They was like, we can't drag this out because BTS coming out the military. So this is when BTS was in the military. She was talking to the shaman, saying that basically, in a nutshell, Min Hee-jin she was the CEO of Adore. She wanted to take control over Adore, take NewJeans with her, not pay anything, get Adore away from Hybe, and run her own company, even though Hybe has invested money and time. She wanted to basically get in there, take Adore over, and then get out and get off from underneath Hybe for free. Come on, she slept with everybody. Y'all, NJFUINC said it, not me. Hello, Tayab Ali. You said it, not me. So Min Hee-jin basically wanted to get the bread, get the bag, get the company, get NewJeans, and be out. And thought that if she caused enough trouble to Hybe, that Hybe would be begging to let her go. Because again, this is not my opinion. This is what she said in these cacao messages. She was saying that if she caused enough trouble for Hybe, that they basically were going to be begging her to leave. So then we come to stuff with Honey on the elevator. Then we come to stuff with NewJeans. And then she was online getting the bunnies, the NewJeans fans, the bunnies stirred up. Then she had a PR campaign. She had a whole 3-year plan, y'all, of how she was going to get NewJeans and herself set up to basically be like the female version of BTS. And I'm sure, I don't know what she told the parents. I don't know if the parents understood her plans. We don't know. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. We don't really know. But that was kind of seen, reading the cacao messages and everything Adore released this week. This was her 3-year plan with the shaman. Let me bring it up again with the shaman, that she paid like $2 to $3 million for the shaman. So her and the shaman had a plan. So this is what her whole thing was about. So everything was kind of lining up until Hybe decided to do an audit. So why Hybe decided to do an audit, I have my own theories, but I think somebody in Adore or Hybe dropped the dime on her. But Hybe all suddenly was like, okay, we're doing an audit. And she was like, oh, what? And they were going to look through her computer to see what she was doing, who she was talking to. So I think once Min Hee-jin realized that Hybe was going to do this audit, she was in trouble. So she was like, okay, well, they're going to do an audit. And then once everything was going as planned, and she was just doing everything behind the scenes until Hybe decided to do the audit. And she didn't want to do the audit because she knew that they was going to find out what she was talking about. And I in my theory, I think that Min Hee-jin had other investors and other people, and there's always been rumors saying that she had other investors to try to help her get seed money to seize Adore and take it away. So Min Hee-jin was just trying to do what we call a hostile takeover. Hybe was tipped off by somebody. Yeah, she was tipped off by somebody. Yeah, she was trying to, once she realized the audit was coming, she was like, oh no, not an audit. Like, what? So somebody tipped them off. Whoever it is, good job. But then the audit started, and then that's when Min Hee-jin went crazy. That's when she started flipping the script. And then that's when really she had to kind of feel like she had to step on the gas a little bit and accelerate things. So reading the messages, it's clear. It's not like a theory at this point. She is saying in her own words this is what she wanted to do, that she wanted to take the company and run, that she wanted everything, that she wanted to make it so difficult that basically Hybe would just be like, okay, take NewJeans and go. But as to why she think this was going to work, I mean, was it the shaman? I don't know. Maybe, maybe, maybe she really believed the shaman was going, because I'm thinking like no company in their right mind was going to let them go. Yeah, no company was going to let them go. They invested like $5 million in NewJeans. Like, I'm just like, girl, you really think they was gonna let them go without with just okay? Go ahead, girl, just take them. Like, I didn't. I was like, she really was. I don't know if it's arrogance. I don't know. I don't know what it is with Min Hee-jin. I don't know if she was just that arrogant to be like, girl, I got this. I just take out. Like, I don't know what she was thinking, but whatever she was thinking, she had it wrong. And so now, it's gotten to the point where I think maybe she has bitten off more than she could chew now. And so maybe, maybe she's starting to realize, the NewJeans is starting to realize, maybe, just my theory, that what they did was not on the up and up. That what they did is not working out to be the way that they thought it was. And maybe they didn't think that Hybe would fight as hard. Maybe they thought like, oh, they ain't gonna fight as hard. Well, Hybe come out swinging. So they released a bunch of text messages, and I'm trying to fast forward them and try to see. And they released a bunch of screenshots and text messages. Like Min Hee-jin has said, let's see, let me stop it here. And so she has actually written conversations and letters to Hybe and Adore from the parents' perspective. So she's talking to somebody. She messaged, there's a conversation March 30th, the day before the NewJeans parents sent a complaint to Adore. She's talking to another executive saying, did you write this from the perspective of the parents? And the executive is like, yes. We should think more about the tone of the delivery. We can take advantage of the fact that the parents didn't sign a contract with Hybe. Is there anything in the exclusive contract that mentions Hybe? The VP comes back saying there's nothing related to Hybe. The contract is between Adore and the artist. Min Hee-jin says, he. Is there any other clauses that they could raise an objection to? So basically, she wanted to also manipulate the parents to them to file a complaint with Adore. That would give her more leverage, okay? So then April 20th, 2 days before Hybe launched the audit to Adore. So all she was doing all this stuff in the background. And April 20th, Hybe was like, audit. So Min Hee-jin's messages saying the parents should be the ones to report this to the FTC. It would look odd if we filed the report ourselves. She was trying to get the parents to file a report to the FTC, which is an agency that deals with artists. The VP said, yes, that seems much better. It's easier for the parents to file the complaint. If they do, it better exposes any gaps. Whereas if we, as a subsidiary, file the complaint, it could lead to arguments and regulations and legalities. The VP says, yes, exactly. So once again, she was manipulating and using the parents. She's having the parents go file complaints to Adore, then having the parents go file a complaint to the FTC, which is the agency that handles artists, because she was trying to slowly but surely build a case against Adore and Hybe that the girls are being mistreated. Once she knew the audit was coming, it was all bets is off. Then she really tried to get the parents to file more complaints and do more things. There was a press conference. The press conference was ridiculous. I knew what I'll be. When Min Hee-jin came out on that press conference dressed like a broke ass Charlie Brown in green, I was sitting there like, what is this? And she was speaking in Korean. And then I didn't know what she was saying. I just listened. I watched her body language and I was like, I know what this is. I know what she's trying to do. I said, this is theater. I was in shock back in April that people in Korea was taking her side. I could not believe that. Like, again, I was not BTS Army then. I was not BTS Army. I saw all this stuff just like everybody else. I was not a BTS fan. I barely knew who Hybe was. When I saw her standing up there wearing that goofy hat, that goofy ass green paint, when she was up there cussing and carrying on, I didn't know what she was saying. I'm just looking at her body language. I'm like, girl, what? I'm like, is she unstable? Like, I knew what this was. I said, I know what this is. Oh, this is theater. I said, oh, this is acting. I said, oh, I know what she's doing. And then to see the Korean public like, oh yeah, Hybe is the enemy. Even then, I was like, but she's a CEO. She worked there. Like, why would she get on a press conference and drag the camera? I was totally confused. And that's what sent me down a rabbit hole. And that's one of the reasons why I'm BTS Army. Because her behavior and the fact that Korea took her word for it was one of the reasons why I'm a BTS Army. Because I was like, what is she doing? And why are people taking her? I couldn't understand why people were taking her side. Because she looked foolish to me. I was like, she looked like a whole ass fool up here. I'm like, no, she's trying. And so Min Hee-jin, after the thing about the audit, she decided, she put cacao messages saying that she was going to take it to the public. That she was going to like, oh, we're going to try this in the court of public opinion. That's what she's been doing. And she went on the offensive. So Min Hee-jin went on the offensive and decided to basically smear Hybe, knowing it would bring down their stock and all of this stuff. So she said in a cacao message, she said, 1 year before BTS returns from the military service, this is when Hybe is at its weakness. We end Hybe and bang shook at this time. This is what she's saying in messages. We're speeding up the plan. On August 30th, we'll send the first email and launch the attack. Since we'll go to the second round anyway, there's no reason to delay. Start the attack. Meanwhile, we'll prepare for the media war. This is what she says. No interest in fixing issues by April 20th. It's too late for that. The goal is to raise external issues. So the goal is to externally issues. The best outcome will be if Hybe, in order to avoid a major crisis, comes to me with a compromise. So she wanted to basically, in other words, start shit externally, ruin Hybe's reputation and PR, ruin BTS, drag in Team Bunnies, drag in BTS Army. All of this because she thought that Hybe was going to come to her and offer her damn ass a deal. And once Hybe come to them and offer her deal would be, let me have Adore and NewJeans. And I think give you part of the money. I think that's what she really wanted. But then once Hybe didn't bite and they like, nah, then she realized she was in trouble. So all of this is about Min Hee-jin externally causing problems for Hybe in various ways. Now, again, I don't want to divulge into conspiracy, y'all. I try not to go into conspiracy. But y'all understand. Y'all, Army, y'all know that I don't want to divulge into conspiracy because I have nowhere proving it. But then a bunch of things started to happen to Hybe in the media. A bunch of things started to happen with BTS when Jin and J-Hope got out of the military. It seems like every time BTS would come out, or Jin or J-Hope or V would release something, they would do a press conference. Now, again, y'all were all saying that this was all a plan. And I'm like, no, I don't know. Maybe not. It's just coincidence. But y'all was telling me it wasn't a coincidence. And I was trying to get in the benefit of the doubt. But go there where you will. So ever since then, ever since April 30th of last year, Hybe has been nonstop in the media. Anything Hybe does has caused their stock to drop, of course. And Hybe has been dragged through the mud by different K media outlets that other companies don't get the type of scrutiny I feel that Hybe gets. This is all my opinion. Now, as to whether Min Hee-jin is behind all this stuff, I'm going to let y'all speculate. Y'all come on here and said to me many, many times that Min Hee-jin is behind, lurking in every corner. Is Min Hee-jin like, boo. Like Min Hee-jin is kind of like Sinner. She's like the Merrick of Sinner. Min Hee-jin knocking on the door like she's a vampire, Like if you see the movie Sinners, Min Hee-jin is like the Merrick of K-pop. She's just like, hey everybody, it's me, Min Hee-jin, So I don't know. The whole ignore her incident from Illit is laughable. How they've done Illit is horrific to me. I can't stand Honey and all this. Look, how they done Illit is so horrible to me that that it's still going on to this day. How they've attacked Illit or Islet or however you pronounce it. Talking about she moves like a vampire. She do. Min Hee-jin is like, hey, it's me, Min Hee-jin. You're like, oh, hell no. Like she go. Like she just like won't die. She just pops up like, hey. So Hybe and Min Hee-jin and NetJeans have plenty of more court cases to go. Again, I'm not the type of person to see Min Hee-jin in every corner. However, I do admit that a lot of things have been very much a coincidence. And some of y'all are like, there's no coincidence. This is just Min Hee-jin. I find it really odd that, again, I did a YouTube short about the YG, the former CEO YG, the founder YG, who I respect greatly. Like I respect, don't ever get it twisted. I respect the former CEO YG. What is it, young CEO? I respect him. But he got sentenced, he got a suspended sentence for like witness tampering in this kind of like drug thing with Bobby Icon. And it barely made a blip. I was like, ain't nobody talking about the YG CEO. Ain't nobody. Oh, we ain't talking about. Oh, we ain't talking about that. Nobody. Nobody. Anybody? Anybody? Nobody. Nobody was. Nobody talks about this. I was like, let Bang PD get charged with tampering with some witnesses. It would be the first headline on Korea Now. It would be like Bang Seok intimidating witnesses with his fat ass. You know, it would just be crazy. It would be nonstop. We would never hear the end of it. And Bang PD was over there intimidating witness in any kind of case. Bang PD could be at a Krispy Kreme and cut in line in front of somebody for a fucking donut. And they'd be like, Bang PD's fat ass cut in the front of the line. Because he was in a hurry trying to get a donut. You know, they would be all over. They'd be like, Bang PD, he's fat, he's greedy. He cut in line at Krispy Kreme. He ain't shit. I mean, that's how it go. Like, I'll be sitting there going, okay. Like, wow, okay, yeah. But again, YG, CEO, I had to do a YouTube short because wasn't nobody really talking about it. And I'm like, okay, so Hybe sneeze, everybody talking about it. So there's going to be more court cases coming up. I don't know when all this is going to end. At the end of the day, I want NewJeans to just leave, go, and go with their mama and just leave. I just want them to pay their money and go at this point. This has been drug out. I don't know how long this is going to drag out. Hopefully this won't be another year or two. I can't do it, y'all. Like the NewJeans things makes me so tired and exasperated. I'm just leave and go. Just leave and go. Just pay the money, set up a PayPal account, and get on payment plans. Like even if you have to get like what's the PayPal? Even if you got to set up on payments, you know, sometimes you got to set up on monthly payments. PayPal got payments. There's different things you can buy, you can set up on payments. Like there's a whole different companies do payment plans. NewJeans, just set up your payment plan, get online, set up your payment plan, and just be happy. Go get that Affirm. Was it Affirm? Y'all know what it is. Affirm. Get you a Affirm payment plan, NewJeans, and just set the payment. Start paying every month. Like I just want, if they can spend this amount of money on a lawyer and legal, they could have just left by now. They could have been like, you know what? We're not going to go to court. We're just going to settle. We're going to settle with you. And we're just going to come to a compromise. They could have settled behind closed doors, and NewJeans could be on that payment plan. They could be on that PayPal payment plan. It could be like, you know, like a monthly kind of thing. They can go to Bank of America. They can go to Bank of Korea and could have set that up. Like they could have did all of this to avoid all of this. And now it's just like Hybe is just drugged through this smear campaign that's going to go on forever and ever and ever, I feel. And I know it's going to end one day. But I just want them to just be gone. Change your name to NJZ or NewJeans or old jeans or jeans or James or in them jeans. I don't care what you do. I'm like, just go. Just pack. Okay, gone. Okay, I want them gone. So now Team Bunnies is under investigation. If y'all ain't heard about this, this just keeps getting crazier. So somebody online who's a NewJeans fan, they call Bunnies. Somebody online, underneath a Team Bunnies, this is in Korea, by the way, not in an American account. Online, they said that they was collecting donations so they could report channels and people or whatever who defame NewJeans. So they were like, send this money to a GoFund account or whatever account they have in South Korea. And they were like, you know, we'll collect money and then we'll use this money to fight the good fight against, I don't know why you need money to report accounts, but okay, I don't know why you need money, but this person who's a NewJeans fan started an account and got a bunch of donations. Well, in Korea, if your donations go over a certain amount, you have to report it. So people somehow found out, or they actually called. I listened to this. They called to see if this account has reported their donations. They had not. So not just one person, but several persons turned them in to the authorities saying that they are collecting donations. What's being investigated is people think that this is not a fundraise, that this is fraud. That somebody created an account, maybe they're a NewJeans fan, maybe they're not. But they raised like, I don't know, like 20, 10, 20, $30,000 to apparently fight the good fight, but then they turn around now saying it's fraud. That this person basically got donations. Shit, they probably living their best life on them donations. You say you're so glad that Team Bunny is finally getting it. They totally deserve it. Yeah, so yeah, they can go to Klarna. That's right, girl, Klarna. Tell NewJeans to go on Klarna. Set that up. Get them a Klarna account. Yeah, so Team Bunny, if you have not heard, if you watch Hybe, his channel, he did a whole video this morning talking about they're now investigating, seeing who's behind it. And once again, I've told y'all over and over again, these are grown people, y'all. These are not children. These are adults who are doing this. I don't know if this person who set up this account is really a NewJeans fan. They may have just said they were. They may have took the money and out living their best life, or they may have sincerely set up an account. But why do you need donations to report YouTube channels and Insta? You don't need money to do that. It doesn't take money to report a channel. What would you be raising money for? That's why I was like, and people were dumb enough to donate. People were dumb enough to donate. That's the thing that blew my mind. But y'all dumbasses stupid enough. Why would you donate? I would be like, wait a minute, time out. Why do you need money to donate? Why am I donating money for you to report a channel? Anybody can report a channel. You don't need money to report a channel. Anybody can. Girl, you know what? I was like, I don't even get it. I'm like, okay, and y'all dumbasses gave these people money? Korea. God knows I love you, Korea. But sometimes some of y'all, and again, the person who started the account, these are not teenagers. These are grown adults. These are not young people. These are grown people who started these accounts. Most of the people that gave to this fraudster, whoever, were adults. These are grown people, y'all. So I'm tired of people talking about, oh, these fans is young and they just teenagers. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. Oh, Boris City. Oh, you like Asian? I watch Asian entertainment and Boris City. I love Hybe and Soul Light TV. Oh, you Chef Life. I'm Nomadic Kitty. And I watch Soul Light TV. Sean and Soul Light TV is he's my YouTube crush. Sean and Soul Light TV. He's my YouTube Opa. He's my YouTube crush. I think he's cute. Team Bunnies is behind a lot of stuff. They've been reporting Hybe, Adore. Yeah, they the one that reported Sean. They reported I think his Twitter account and got his Twitter account taken down. Hello from Texas. Hi Juan. I'm in Texas. But yeah, they were messing with Sean real hard because Sean would be going in on him. He making jokes. So yeah, those are the channels that I watch. Hybe is my favorite. Asian Entertainment is another one, a good one, and then Sean. Those are my top 3 channels that I watch all the time because they talk about real like grown folk stuff. Now I don't always agree with Asian Entertainment. I don't always agree with her, but I like her information. Hybe, I agree with he tries to tell it down the middle. Asian Entertainment is cool, but sometimes she's way too like army biased for me sometimes. He was friends with the original comeback on who? Sean from, do y'all know Sean from Soul Light TV? That he is like famous. Like he like low key plays it down. But like he's like famous in Korea. Like he's almost like a celebrity. Like he knows a lot about. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Sean and Soul Light TV hasn't talked more about. He knows people in the business like a lot. But Asian Entertainment, like I said, I respect her, but sometimes her stuff is just it's too army for me. You know, I'm BTS army, but I'm not that kind of army. Like it's too army for me. It's just too army. Like you know, it's just too much. So that's what happened with Hybe and stuff. So the saga continues. The drama will continue on. He lived in LA for Sean and Soleil. Yeah, he was on TV in South Korea. He was a whole news anchor, Sean and Soleil TV. But yeah, that's what's happening with Hybe and everything. And let me say something else before I get off this topic. Ever since Hybe has gotten in this trouble and get raided, a lot of people in South Korea have been taking swipes at Hybe, but it seems like South Korea always takes swipes at Hybe. It seems like they hate Hype. Anyway, because every time I get online and I start reading things and starting translating it, like I go to Korean websites and they're always going in on Hype all the time. Like they so I don't know again. I don't know again. I've said it before and I said it again. A lot of things, a lot of the team bunnies are not that powerful because again, for somebody who reads comments in Korea from Korea and these Korean message boards, it sounds like the same bots and the same PR firms. I strongly believe in my heart of hearts that, in my opinion, I can't prove this, that somebody somewhere has hired PR firms, maybe multiple sources, to bash Hybe and BTS. That it comes up a lot. I read comments and it's the same type of comments over and over and over again on different Korean message boards. And I go to the Korean message boards because that's where it starts. And it is the same comments over and over again. So I think, in my opinion, that this is called what they call black propaganda, where people have paid PR firms to set up accounts where people are sitting around, either bots or bot farms or real people, where they go on different websites and they post the same type of comments all the time, dragging Hybe for filth. I believe that this is not something new. This is what happens in the entertainment industry. This is what happens not just the entertainment industry, not just Korea. It happens all over. So this is not rumor. This is not conspiracy. This is kind of what celebrities and politicians and entertainers, especially in Korea, this is what people have done. So anytime Hybe does anything, I just see that there's a bunch of like people being nasty in the comment sections on news reports and stuff like that. Olive B said yes. You got the top spot because you um girl gamer, you got number one because you comment the most. Yep, they proved that SM did that against Hybe. They sure did. Yep. They did. They did. If they wanted to get powerful, they looked to the West before they paid their Korean dues. You followed BTS since 2013. Yes, makes sense. It makes no sense to me considering BTS brings in so much money for Korea. It's just the other entertainment companies don't like. I mean, not saying that they don't like BTS, but their success have kind of rubbed people the wrong way. I'll one day do a come on here and talk to y'all about like because I've asked Koreans like the Korean attitude about BTS and in the industry, and I will tell y'all like the things that I've heard. I told y'all a little bit about the things about the sugar situation, but there is a concerted PR effort. I feel to to do this, to do these things. Anytime something happens in a hobby, there's just a bunch of negativity. However, there are some people who really genuinely, truly do feel that way. But I feel like a lot of times this is just a setup on the internet because of social media. But I would have to say to the Hive haters, my last comment is this. Even if, let's just say, I don't believe that Bang PD, I do not believe he's going to go to prison. He's going to go to jail. Okay. I don't believe that. If anything, he'll get prosecuted. He'll have a trial. He'll pay a fine, give some of the money back, pay a fine, pay stuff. Da, 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 da. Bang Shook has never been in trouble. He's never had any financial issues after being in the industry for over 20 years. None of this has happened. So I don't think they're gonna lie, they're gonna handcuff Bong PD and lock his ass up in jail. I just don't think that's going to happen. Okay. He's never done anything like this before. Just like the CEO YG, just like YG, Chairman Yang, he didn't go to jail either. He got a suspended sentence, which means as long as he doesn't commit any other crimes, then he's not going to go to jail. So I don't think they're going to haul Bong PD, haul his ass off to jail. So I think this does a lot of things because it smears Hybe's reputation, and in that trickles on to BTS, well, regardless of whether people like it or not. However, I have to say to the haters, let's just say Bong PD is found guilty. I don't think he will be. Let's just say Bang PD does go to jail. I don't think he will. Even if he goes to jail, haters. Hybe is a publicly traded company. So that means, guess what? Hybe's not going no damn where. If Bang PD goes his ass to jail, he gets found guilty of insider trading. He won't go to jail for very long. He won't be in jail for very long. He'll get out on probation. And guess what, haters? Hybe is still going to be here. BTS is still going to be there. Boo, bitches. Boo. Okay, so all these people are like, Bang PD is a fraud. I'm like, Bang PD at this point is a figurehead of Hybe. He is not the chief executive of Hybe. He doesn't run Hybe. He doesn't run the day-to-day. He's pretty much like the figurehead of the company at this particular point in time. If Bang PD has to step down as chairman, he will step down in order to save Hybe. Bang PD getting in trouble is Bang PD getting in trouble. He may have to pay some money back. He may have to take his ass to prison. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Hybe ain't going nowhere. They'll restructure the company. Hybe will still be here. Even if Min Hee-jin wins her court case and NewJeans get away and they break their contract, guess what, bitches? Adore and Hybe will still be here. So I don't understand what people's in their mind what the end game is. Hybe will still be here. BTS will still be here. Adore will still be a company. They will cut their losses. They'll probably do a fucking tax write-off. NewJeans will take their asses on anywhere, and good luck with all that because you burned enough bridges in the industry that nobody wants to fuck with you. Min Hee-jin has burned enough bridges and pissed off people at SM, Hybe, and God knows where else. No one's going to trust her anymore. She's going to have to try to come to the West. Good luck with that because good luck with her investors or anybody else that backs her. Go with God. Good speed. I don't wish nothing bad on NewJeans, but good luck. But again, at the end of the day, Hybe is not going anywhere. BTS is not going anywhere. These are just turbulent times that they're going through right now. They stock may dip a little bit. BTS will come out on the album. BTS will come out with a tour. They'll get their asses on the stage. They'll come out there, drop a new album. There are a bunch of solo albums going to come up. So I don't understand what the haters are doing. Oh, Bang PD, he's a fraud. Let's just say he is a fraudster. He'll step down. He'll pay his money. He'll go live in the Hollywood Hills like he do now. He'll help BTS with their album on the low. Now what? So I tell the haters, now what? Then what y'all gonna do? Hybe is not going anywhere. Hybe will continue to expand. They will continue on just like SM Entertainment with Isuman got into a fight with his nephew and they fought over the company. SM is still there. SM artists are still there. YG, how he had to step down because he was in shenanigans. YG is still there. YG still has artists. Hybe is still going to be here. They're still going to have artists. BTS still going to be making y'all mad. So again, at the end of the day, this has really nothing to do with nothing. It has nothing to do with Hybe. If Bang PD did something that he shouldn't have been done, then I'm the first person to tell you he should pay for it. He should pay the money. He should serve the time, be on probation, suspend the sentence, whatever the hell they got to do. But don't think that Hybe is going anywhere. Like you haters really think, oh, Hybe is going down. Oh, BTS, that's it. I'm like, They're a publicly traded company. They can shuffle the executives and CEOs and put somebody else in there tomorrow. And Hybe is still going to be here. And guess what? Y'all still going to be haters. So I'm like, nice try, haters. But TXT, yes. TXT will be on it. They're still going to have Big Hit. They're still going to have 17. LE SSERAFIM's still going to be there. Illa's still going to, even if NewJeans fall off and create an album, good luck. Good luck. Team Bunnies, y'all can move on and go do what again, at this point, the hate is the point. At this point, it's the hatred, it's the vitriol, but it leads nowhere. I'm like Team Bunnies. After NewJeans get away and they start creating music and then okay, it's like, then what? It's like the dog that chases the car. Once they get to the car, they're like, oh, okay, now what we do? Y'all don't have a plan. Y'all just gonna continue to be fucking haters. Y'all don't have a plan. There's no plan here. I'm like, so y'all got a plan after NewJeans get away? Y'all don't have a. Oh, okay. Instead of hating on other people who disagree with NewJeans, the bunnies should be trying to build their brand. They should be trying to build their group. They should be trying to focus on, okay, what is next after this happens? But there's no foresight in K-pop. Y'all are too dumb to understand that, like, okay, we got to see into the future. Y'all just want to hate, cause trouble. But then once all of this is over, NewJeans still have to make music. They still have to do, if they choose to do that, they still have to build in this industry. And so if you burned enough bridges and you haven't built an industry, they're going to be one of those Nugu groups that nobody talks about. And then what? Everybody going to be like NJZ, NewJeans, Jeans, whatever the hell they want to call themselves. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to care. So everybody's going to be like, well, we over that. Because the drama's going to die down. The headlines are going to go away. And then what are you left with? With NewJeans, you left with a bunch of mediocre, bargain basement talented young ladies. And I say that with the most deepest respect. But NewJeans not that talented. They just not. They're not that talented. Now they can grow and become more, yes. But again, I tell haters once again, Bang PD can go to prison tomorrow. And BTS still going to be here. And your groups are going to be fucking down here. Okay? So BTS here, everybody else down here. just a PSA for y'all who really think, ooh, you did that. Ooh, I'm like, Hybe is still gonna be here, bitches. So you better just get used to it. So they can drag Bang PD all day, but BTS is gonna be here. You motherfuckers gonna be down here. I told you I was spicy today, y'all. Which brings me to my other point. So K-pop stocks are down. So we're going to talk about K-pop stocks. K-pop stocks is down for all companies. Okay, I put a post on my YouTube channel. And so we're going to talk about K-pop. K-pop stocks are down about 4.3%. They are losing money. K-pop has been losing money as a whole, as an industry in South Korea for about a year and a half now. Now, coincidentally, I don't know what happened a year and a half ago. Let me think. What happened a year and a half ago? What happened a year and a half ago? Something happened a year and a half ago. I really can't remember right now. But anyway, so for the past year and a half, K-pop stocks have been down. Now, BTS went to the military around that time. Coincidence? I don't know. But anyway, so K-pop stocks have been down. And now recently, with the Hybe situation that has caused their stocks to drop, but YG, SM, JYP, and all the rest of those who are publicly traded companies, their stocks have been down. And a report came out the other day saying that K-pop is losing money again. Now, when BTS got out of hiatus and they've announced their stuff, the stocks for Hybe will go up. But for the rest of the industry, they have been bleeding money like a stuck pig. Like they have been bleeding money. Okay. And so the industry now is to the point where they're like, okay, we got to fix it. And guess who guess when they said things are going to turn things around? They're like, by spring of 2026, things will start turning around. Now, wait a minute. Now, I don't know what's happening this spring of 2026. Let me think. Spring of 2026. Summer of 20. I don't know why they would say give it until spring of next year. I don't know why they would say that, but that's what K-pop companies were saying. Right. Why would they say give it till summer of next year? I don't know. Could it be that BTS will be coming out with an album, be touring by next year? Maybe. I don't know. Coincidence? Again, coincidence? Might be. I don't know. Y'all tell me. But so again, people can hate on BTS and they can talk about their musicality. People cannot like their music. People cannot like a lot of things about BTS. But nobody can deny, nobody can sit here and tell me with a straight ass face, a serious conversation, a grown person's conversation that I like to have, a business conversation, that BTS has not influenced the business in a positive way. Nobody can sit here and tell me. I respect Blackpink and I respect Stray Kids and I respect a lot of other at ATs and a lot of groups. And we can argue over musicality, we can argue over style and substance and whether you like Permission to Dance or not. I did not. And we can argue about which hairstyle and hair color you like, or which group did what, or did Big Bang pave the way, or was it Psy? We can have a little squabble over those issues, but at the end of the day, there is no group that has influenced Korean economics like BTS. There is no group. We can argue over Billboard awards and charts. I don't give a damn about billboards and charts. I tell you, I come in here and I have business conversations. Who's brought in the most revenue? That's what I want to know. Show me the money. I'm always like, show me the money. Who is making the most money? Who has brought in the most revenue? I don't care about billboard charts, or this person is all over TikTok, or this person is popular on social media, or this music video got 1 billion views and this one got 900 million views. I don't care about none of that because that doesn't translate into money. At the end of the day, I have money conversations. Who has brought in the most revenue? Nobody has. Nobody has as many brand deals and has brought in as much revenue as BTS has. That is not my opinion. That's just fact. I like numbers. I work in accounting. I'm an accountant. I look at numbers. So when you're talking about real facts, not online bullshit, not clicks and views on who got most social media followers. When you come down to the money, nobody has influenced the K-pop industry more than BTS. Nobody has. Not one of them people I've named have. BTS, Hybe stock lives and dies on BTS. K-pop stocks live and die on BTS. K-pop stock do not live and die on Blackpink. That would be YG. YG needs them to go out there and make your coin, ladies. Go out there. Go on, girls. Go on. Dance. Shake it a little bit. Make it coin. Shake it, mama. Shake it. YG needs Blackpink. The industry as a whole is not looking for Blackpink to save them. Nobody was like, oh, Blackpink, please save us. Nobody. BTS, oh my God, BTS, we can't wait till they come back. Please save us. BTS is under a lot of scrutiny, a lot of pressure because the industry has been proven that it lives and dies with BTS. Nobody brings in much international dollars as BTS. Nobody brings in many Korean dollars as BTS. So regardless of whether people like BTS or not, or they respect them or not, or whether they think that they're a bunch of old fat opas, that doesn't matter. They bring in revenue for Hybe and for the rest of the industry. So the industry is looking to see what BTS is going to do so they can copy it, number one. And number two, they can capitalize on it. So whatever BTS does, other groups start to copy, which they should. It's the music industry. It's kind of how I go, unfortunately. But BTS is basically carrying the industry pretty much on their back as a collective. Now, BTS can come out with solo things and it does well for Hybe and it does well for Big Hit. But the whole industry is waiting with bated breath to see what BTS is going to do because the industry is in a slump. It's been in a slump, like some of you guys have said, for years now, for 2 years about. And the reason is because BTS went on hiatus. So all these haters who are like, the industry don't need BTS, and they washed up. Okay. BT21 still sells. It's still the most popular K-pop brand. BT21 sells a lot. It brings in a lot of revenue. I looked up their revenue as well. BTS merchandise brings in more. Nobody sells more merchandise than BTS. It's just no one comes close to BT21. Nobody. I looked it up. They are making so much money off that damn BT21 thing. It's sick. It's like in a good way, sick in a good way. You know. Yeah, look at the tours. J-Hope's tour, Sugar tour, Jim tour. It kept K-pop. It kept the electricity on. Kept the whole industry afloat. And then also there's like a bounce back. Like a lot of times people are like, well, if I can't get a BTS tour ticket or whatever, then let me go out and get this tour ticket. So it's like a trickle down effect to the whole industry. So when BTS comes back, it is going to be a really, really, really big deal. not just to the industry, but financially and then musically. Again, I've discussed over and over again how K-pop music is flat. How the reason why they're losing money is because there's too many groups. There's oversaturation of the market. There's just too many groups. It's too many groups. I mean, every week there's different boy and girl groups. There's just too many. There's too many groups. They're all starting to look the same. They're all starting to sound the same. They're all starting to be marketed the same. And in the K-pop industry, the agencies as a whole have done like this cookie cutter thing. Like just stamp, 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 just cookie cutter. Everything is very cookie cutter. The dancing looks the same now. Like I'm just like, okay, I can't tell one new group from an next. There's a lack of serious originality in K-pop right now. Music wise, style wise, it's just for me, it's not clicking. It's just it maybe be clicking for some of y'all, but for me, I'm just like, girl, this ain't it. They created all the characters. Yeah, yeah, I love that. BT21. And then everybody copied BTS. Everybody copied BTS after BT21. And none of them have come close. Yes, it's all boring. K-pop is very boring now. And people have started to realize that that's why they're losing money. So as much as the industry try to throw these brand deals in your face and look at this K-pop singer, they're on the cover of this, or they're at this award show, or they're at this runway, and as much as K-pop try to throw that shit on y'all, that look how exclusive this person got an exclusive deal with this brand. That's nice. But at the end of the day, y'all are not bringing in no money like y'all used to. That's why all these K-pop companies have all their artists go on tours, nonstop tours all the time. Because touring is where the money is made. Merchandising is where the money is made. So they're pushing these artists to go on tours too. I mean, ATs have been on tours like back-to-back tours. I mean, poor ATs. They were a tour last year and here they on a tour again. And a world tour takes time. It takes energy. It takes plan. And they've just some of these artists have been on back to back to back to back to back tours. That they've toured almost nonstop. And when they're not touring, they're promoting. They're promoting, they're performing, they're live. It's a lot. It's a lot to be a K-pop singer. It's a lot. I mean, I respect the hard work that they put into it. It's a lot. But it's that means less rest, less, it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure. Especially internationally. They want them to tour international and sometimes they push them out there whenever they're not ready. They're not, some of these groups aren't ready. Like they were talking about Baby Monster did a tour and I'm like, should Baby Monster really be doing a worldwide tour? And I heard that the ticket sales weren't that good for Baby Monster, but the K-pop industry is bleeding money, y'all. And so, it's really expensive to carry on a tour, but they need them out there. And the groups are becoming more pressure. And then I have to say, the other conversation I have to say is that when it comes to international money, people have to understand what I rarely hear people talk about is the things that are happening in the United States affecting K-pop. And I said it before in a video months and months ago that it will. Like the things that are going on in the United States with our economy and our economic and our political situation will eventually trickle down to K-pop, especially next year. Like people will have less disposable income to be able to spend a lot of money. K-pop concert prices are going up, y'all. They're not going down. They're going up. I know. I can tell you that the price of tours is going up. It ain't going down. And the more volatile our situation becomes here in America, it affects the K-pop industry. And people are starting to see that now because they rely heavily upon the international market, and especially in America. And when Americans don't have disposable income to drop $400 or $500 on one ticket, plus parking. I'll be honest. At the arena, like parking is like $50. Like I like $50 for parking. Bitch, what? Like it's expensive to go on tours. It's expensive for us to go to concerts. It's not cheap, y'all. And depending on what tour, what arena it's at, or what venue, it can. I mean, the concerts I've been to, it ranges anywhere from $250 to like $500-$600. Just depends on what seat you want and what arena it is. But when you're talking about these really high profile groups like BTS, I don't know how much BTS tickets are going to be when they come to Dallas. I don't know. But I've been saving my money, so I'm ready. But I don't know how much, but it's becoming increasingly expensive to go. And so as our situation becomes more volatile here in America, people have to understand that like this is going to affect the industry in negative ways. And to mark our words, I'm telling y'all, something has to give in the industry. I don't know if they're just going to stop creating more groups. I don't know. I don't know if some of these smaller companies are going to be folded in into major companies. I predicted that is the next step. I think the next step is that these smaller, there's a bunch of small companies out here, y'all. And I think that a lot of these bigger companies are going to buy up smaller companies. And eventually we're going to go back to the way it was years ago where there was just not that many groups. And because I think it's increasingly expensive to produce a group and then you don't get enough return within 2 to 3 years. You're not getting a lot of return. But again, if the group doesn't go international and become popular in America, it's a make or break for a group. They will lose revenue. And that's what's been happening. A lot of these groups are not pulling, they're not selling in America. They're not appealing to American audiences like they used to be when K-pop was on and popping and hot. That's why they want BTS to come back because they're gonna ride the coattails, ride it. They're gonna ride the coattails of what BTS is doing. But again, I just warn people that as things become increasingly volatile here, which there's no end in sight, at least for the next 4 years, that people are going to lose their jobs. More people are going to be laid off. More people are going to have less disposable income. And our inflation in this country is insane. So as food prices go up and housing prices go up, people have less money to go to a damn concert, a K-pop concert, or less money to give their kids to go to a K-pop concert, depending on your audience. But, there's a lot of teenagers and tweens and stuff that want to go to certain K-pop bands, and their parents need to give them half of the money or all of the money. And the parents are just like, honey, I look, we're barely paying rent. Like, I can't give you $300-400 for each one of your kids or friends want to go, and their parents don't have the money either. So K-pop industry, hopefully they're understanding that by this time next year, I don't know something's going to have to give in the industry. They're going to have to lower the prices of their damn tickets or something, because fans are already complaining about Beyonce tickets. Fans are already complaining about other bands' tickets, and so in America, so people are already complaining already. And like I said, I don't see inflation going down anytime soon in America. And I'm gonna tell you, between me feeding my kids and paying my rent, yeah, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I mean, I still a lot. It's gonna get to the point where going to tours and concerts is gonna be kind of like an elite thing. And I have money to go to concerts. Like, don't get me wrong, but we may not go to so many. If they increase the prices, then we may not go as many. But I've gone to quite a few. But it's expensive. I tell people it's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's fun and it's worth it as long as I have the disposable income to do so. How much does a BTS tickets cost? I don't know. I've never been to a BTS concert, but I can tell you with Jin, it costs us $230 US dollars a piece, which is very affordable. And we had good seats, but I had to get on Weverse and I had to pre-register and I had to go through all of these things to do, which thank God for BTS, you can do that. But some of the other tickets that we weren't in, like, we didn't have like fan register. We just went online and just bought the tickets. Now we probably would have saved money, but I mean we go to so many K-pop groups that I can't, join every fan club for every group. That's just not practical. I'm a BTS member, Army, Weverse. I pay for my membership every year, but that's because I want to have exclusive access to certain things. But, but yeah, but other groups, no. Like, we just go through Ticketmaster and purchase the tickets like everybody else. Is Weverse safe? Yeah, I love Weverse is good. Weverse concerts for you. Oh, that's right. Weverse concerts. That one chick said Weverse comp. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna get to the point where we're just gonna have to buy the Weverse. You can buy it online for like 50, 40, I think $47, between 47 and $50. You can watch it from home. I mean, it's gonna get to the point where more people are gonna do that option. With dynamic pricing, it's Hunger Games. It is. It is a dynamic It was 75 to $500. Yeah. J-Hope, it was 47. Yeah, I saw that. Jin was the same price. Yeah, the dynamic pricing has made it pretty much is like the Hunger Games. I had to get online for Jin and line up pretty early, like hours before, and just keep hitting refresh. Like, you have to, oh, it's 3 a.m. Oh, girl, go to bed. I mean, it's to the point where now it's like it's so hard um to get tickets, but you just have to do what you have to do. But like I said, I just don't see tickets dropping anytime soon, unfortunately. They're just going to keep increasing the prices. And then again, and it's like it's sad because you're getting to the point where, like I said, it's kind of like an elite thing where like only rich people can go to concerts and stuff like that, which I don't think that the artists would agree with that, but there's nothing they can do um about that. There's nothing the artists can do about the ticket pricing. They don't make that decision. That's on the agency. And Ticketmaster is the worst. How much was the Rose? It was less than 200, but it was a smaller arena where we went at in Grand Prairie. It's a smaller venue. Poor people don't deserve fun. I guess so. I guess that's how it is now. The Rose gave away a pair in NYC, did they, at Tribeca? I guess they just saying that you poor people, y'all just stuck out. Y'all just watch it from the house. I mean, I'm glad that Weverse has that option, but not every K-pop group is on Weverse, so some groups don't have that option, but it's good for the ones that do. I appreciate the ones that do. That BTS has that option because but I'm gonna make it to that BTS concert, y'all. I don't care what I gotta do. I don't care who I gotta like throw a bag over their head and drag them off. I don't care who I gotta what sacrifices. I don't care if I gotta take my ass to a shaman. I will go to the shaman. Like I'll be sitting up there with the shaman. Come on, shaman. I don't care if I. Now, wait a minute. There are some things about when I go to concerts, I can't sit way in the back because I'm deathly afraid of heights. Like I'll start shaking and vomiting. So I can't sit like way up at the top. So every concert I've been to, we have gotten floor seats or kind of like because I can't be in row 300 at American Airlines Center. I've done that one time years and years ago when wrestling came and my late husband was alive. And I sat way back. I can't do that. Like I started shaking and I started like having a panic attack. Like my heart started to beat. I was gonna have panic. I'm terrified of heights. Like y'all, I can't even stand on a chair. I can't even stand on my bed. I'm terrified. I know. I've met the what you got to say guys. Where's my wait? Hold on. I'm finna show y'all something. The what you got to say guys. John Reed. I had to post a video, but anyway, let me show y'all something. So I know the what you gotta say guys because they live in Dallas. So I went to their BTS Reactor Con in Dallas. See, there they are, right here. And John Reeves, I've met him. Amp Theory, and I met Lonely Dad. They all came to the convention. And I have video, but I've just never posted it just because I don't know why I didn't post it. But yeah, Lonely Dad was there. Lonely Dad. Y'all, some of y'all know who Lonely Dad is. He's a BT. He's one of a few BTS channels I first subscribing to. So I met all of them. Like signed? No, not signed. But I like if you look at John Reeves' channel, like I was on his, if y'all don't know who John Reeves is, he does BTS too. But I was on his channel. And then yeah, what you got to say, Blaze, like me and Blaze, he cool. Like we hung out, like it's cool. Like, yeah, y'all don't know, because we all live in Dallas. We all live in the same area. Because they live in Dallas. I didn't know they lived in Dallas until ReactorCon. I was like, you guys live here? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I live here. I live in Dallas area. I'm outside of Dallas, but But yeah, I went to I had a lot of fun. They gave us like this little goodie bags, and I have a bracelet. I did have a bracelet my daughter took it. But yes, that's what I did in May. I went to my first like army kind of thing. But I had fun. But yeah, the industry, hopefully with BTS, the industry will grow and become a little bit better financially. But again, BTS are pretty much set for life. So I'm not really Lonely Dad, not personally. Yeah. Hello, Felix Cousins, Stray Kids Lover. Yeah, Lonely Dad, I met him. Him and his wife were there, and it was really really cool to meet all of them. And like I said, I'll get around to posting it. I want to edit the video and post the video probably on Tuesday, because I have video of all of them. And I was, like I said, with John Reeves, I was on his channel. Like he put me on his channel live. And then that's how I got a bunch of YouTube followers from him too. And they all went to the gin. I didn't even know they went to the, well, I don't talk to them like that, but I didn't know they went to but they went on a Wednesday and I went on a Tuesday. So again, my gin vlog will be up. But I hopefully that the industry will do better at making things more affordable and expanding the tours. And I hope that the business will do a lot better at that. There's a lot of BTS Army fans worldwide that really want to go to their tours. Let me just show y'all. This is my sock gin. Isn't he cute? Isn't this the cutest? Look at you. Rope it, rope it, rope it. And this what it says on the back. Yeah. So they hand these out. I have one for stray kids too. Let me see. Where are my stray kids people at? Where are my stays at? Where's my stays? Where are my stays? All right, stays. All right, stays. I got one of these too. For my stray kids fans out there. And then ATs, I have AT stuff, and we're gonna you see Jin was so cute with his little, he's like, rope it, rope it, rope it. I thought that was cute. And like every time you go to K-pop concert, if you guys don't know, it's always fun. It's always, yeah, they give it out for free. Yeah, they have people going around handing out all kinds of stuff at K-pop concerts. I'm trying to see, do I have my ATs? Wait a minute. This is ATs. This is a charger. This is your bias is a huge nerd. Which one's the, this is a charger and it's a light. I'm trying to see. Yeah. Anyway, so this is a charger, it's a portable charger. I got these. I got this. I got a bunch of AT stuff because we went to ATs as oh, Jen is your bias. Oh my goodness. Sugar's my bias. So I'm feeling, I'm in mourning right now. I should be wearing black all the time. But yeah, this is a charger. It's a flashlight. It's dead. But this is my portable charger I use. And it has little cords on it. Stick your phone in there. And I got this as an ATs concert. When I went to ATs, we went VIP last year. And so ATs gave out a lot of good stuff, y'all. But ATs is a very fun experience. They give you a little goodie bag, and I got a bunch of AT stuff. Some of the stuff I gave away to my coworker because she's, what is it, 18y? She's 18y. So is my sister-in-law. She's 18y. And AT just came out with a new album that's a banger. I love their music. That's my kind of music. But yeah, those are my experience. But I want the K-pop industry to recover and to do what they got to do, even if, and I know that they're wanting BTS to try to help them. I understand that. Like, I understand what it is for the business, that they're looking for BTS to come and help them out. And everybody in BTS, is a lot of pressure for them because they pretty much got the whole industry on their back, which isn't fair. It's not fair. It's not fair to them. But, you know, sexy brain is your bias. Jay wrecked me for good. I have a shirt that says "Marry Me, Yoongi" on it. I have a sweatshirt that says "Marry Me, Yoongi, Yoongi, marry me." So if I ever get a chance, I'll wear that shirt. Sugar's my ultimate. He's my ultimate bias. He was the first BTS member I really liked. When I did not like BTS, he's the only I love J-Hope now, but Sugar was the BTS member that is most like my personality. So I don't know what that means. I think there's some kind of psychological about that, but Sugar reminds me a lot of myself. So, he's very like low key and kind of quiet. And really, when I'm not on the camera, I'm very like low key and quiet and not very emotional. I'm very like, okay, like what? I have that kind of attitude. I love that. You're a Virgo. I'm a Cancer. You're a Cancer. I'm a Cancer. But I'm one of these like passive aggressive Cancers that just kind of like simmers on our own. Us water signs, we're so like he's a Pisces and I'm a water sign. So us water signs are very like, moody. We're some moody bitches. And one day I can be happy, and the next day I like, I don't know. One day I can love you, and the next day I'm just like, I don't really know. I don't really like you that much. Hey, like she a moody bitch. I'm like, boy, I'm like, oh. It's tough out here. It's tough out here being a Cancer. Don't let anybody else tell you. But I hope that. But I guess my other topic is that I look forward to everything BTS. I guess my other topic is that I think BTS members are going to come out with solos. So these are my BTS theories. My theory, unproven theory. BTS members are going to come out with solos. I don't know who's going to come out with solos first. I keep hearing about Jungkook and Jimin over and over again, over and over and over again. And I tell y'all, when it comes to BTS rumors, where there's smoke, there's fire. And so I just keep hearing about solos. Even a solo, even like solo music. I don't know if there's going to be a solo tour, but I just keep hearing solo. And so I don't know who's going to dip the toe in the solo first, or maybe it's just going to be a mini album. Maybe it's going to be like J-Hope, where they do 3 or 4 songs. It just depends on how much time that they have and what order we're doing this in. But yeah, I keep hearing about solo. And we ain't talking about like Han Solo. We ain't talking about Star Wars. We talking about solo. Like we ain't talking about no Star Wars. We talking about solos. So I keep hearing that over and over again. And so I'm like, at first, y'all know I be ignoring stuff at first. But then when I start hearing more and more, I'm just like, maybe they are gonna do a solo. So I mean, it would make sense because they're gonna have to do something between now and the spring or summer. They're gonna do something. They're gonna do something. I mean, it's the business, so they have to keep themselves relevant, and they have to get out there and make their money, honey. So they're gonna go out there and make their money, and I think that somebody is working on a solo album or a solo tour. And I would say, what's today? It's the end of July. I wouldn't be surprised in the month of August if they announce something big. I'm just saying. Um, you heard it from me first. I'm just saying, like I can't make no promises now. If it don't happen, you didn't hear it from me. But what I'm hearing is that don't be surprised in the month of August that there will be some major announcement made. That's what I hear, allegedly. So I've been waiting patiently for August. I'm like, come on, August, because I keep hearing just give it to August, and I'm like, what? Just give it to August, and people whispering like August, 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 and I'm like, what? Who did that? August? I'm like, August what? Can you give me a date? Can you give me a time frame? Is the second week of August, the third week, the August 10th, August 11th? What, back to school? What, back to school? They're like, no, August. I'm like, I was like, so I'll be patient. So I'm waiting patiently for August because I keep hearing that there's some kind of announcement coming. And again, if it don't happen, you didn't hear it from me. Somebody else told y'all that. I don't know. Like, didn't you tell us? I'll be like, did you just say that? I was like, bitch, I didn't. You didn't hear it, but that's why I keep hearing. So y'all get ready for it. I'm excited wherever BTS announcement. I understand they did the permission to dance like live thing. I don't like permission to dance. Y'all know how I feel about permission to dance. If you don't know, I don't like permission to dance. Not saying I don't support BTS, I do, but just like permission to dance is just not my thing. Just no. Do I have a prediction of what it's gonna be? I have no idea. I think it's either, but I can say I think that it's probably either going to be a solo, maybe a solo song or solo album or a tour, something like that. I keep hearing tour too. I keep hearing somebody going on tour. I don't know which one of them, but somebody told me. I heard from the grapevine, from a friend of a friend of a friend. That they like I heard from a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. Told me I keep hearing tour. Like somebody's telling me who tour? I don't know. But I be telling me, there's gonna be a tour. I said, what kind of tour, bitch? What? People like, I heard it's gonna be a tour. I was like, I like tours, so that's why I keep hearing as well that there's going to be some sort of tour. I tell you who it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be Sugar. Ah! Just, I try to like be like even tempered, with the sugar stuff. I really do. Like I'm being a very supportive sugar fan. But I just be so, and I'm not angry at sugar. I'm not angry at the agency. I'm not angry at sugar. I'm angry at South Korea. I love you, South Korea. But this sugar shit really got me like just frustrated. Every week I come on here and I'm like, where is my bias? Where is my, where is, I come on here every week. Sugar over here, sugar's breaking, he's breaking our hearts over here. Like us sugar stands, we just every Weverse, I'm like, I'm all at the concert. I'm just like, I'm going to see the Rose. My Weverse going off. I'm over here like a crackhead. It's just Weverse. I'm laying in bed, just bring. I'm like, ah! It says BTS. Oh, it's Jimin. Oh, hey, Jimin. I be doing it. So y'all, every time, yeah, if you on Weverse and the Weverse go off, just think about your girl Kiki over here, and y'all can laugh at me. Y'all like Kiki over here going crazy. So if you, when y'all Weverse go off, just remember me that I'm over here like this, and I'm like, I'm scrambling, grabbing my phone. I'm like, looking for sugar. And then I'm like, oh, it's a Jen live stream. Oh, it's Jen. Okay, I guess and I watch it. I watch Jen. I'm like, oh, Jen, J Hope. I'm like, hey, J Hope. Hey, Mr. J. No, it's great. Isn't that cute? Like Jen's live stream, and then messages started coming in. I was like, who is it? Who is it? I was like, oh, it's J Hope and it's J Hope and Jimin. All right, that's cool. You see my face? It's my face. All right. Just, I be like, where is sugar? Bye, girl gamer. You getting out here, girl. It's like 3. I know it's like 4 o'clock. I just be so disappointed. I just be like, and then Jungkook come on there and talk about whatever for an hour, and I'm like, I'm watching every live stream. Like, anytime anyone I'm live streaming, they from California, they in California. I'm like, all right, let me watch this live stream. Maybe they be like, Sugar, would you like to get on the live stream? I'm like, like I'll be watching every live stream. They're like, yeah, we in LA. I'm like, and here's Namjoon. Okay, Namjoon. All right. Here's Jimin. Okay, here's V. Oh yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it. I watched the whole thing and be like, ah. J Hope was on there talking about when me and Sugar went out to eat. I'm like, and what else? And then me and Namjoon went out to eat. And then me and Sugar talked, and I'm like, what y'all talk about? What y'all eat? What'd you do, J Hope? Just tell us. Just bring Sugar on camera. Then I was like, damn it. No. Then J Hope was like, good night. I'm like, oh. I'm over here. I'm over here clutching my BTS. I don't have my BTS pillow. It's in the washer. I'll be like, Sugar. Just ugly crying. Oh, Sugar. You get where are you? Oh, just be ugly crying, girl. Just lose all my dignity. I'm like, hi. I'm just like, Lord. Like Jim, and I'm like, okay, Jim and Jin. I was like, do I have a life size sugar cutout? No, if I had that, my kids would probably kick me out the house. I have a BTS shower curtain. I have a BTS pillow. My kids already think it's weird that I have a shower curtain and a BTS pillow. Like they think that that's weird. Like if I did a life size cutout as much as I wanted to, my kids would probably like start signing some paperwork to get me admitted. They'd be like, okay, so our mom, they would probably like 5150 me. They'd be like, okay, mom, we're going to have to call somebody because you are certifiably like I think they would kick me out the house. I have bracelets, and all kinds of like I have BTS jewelry. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me tell y'all. My daughter made this for me, by the way. My daughter says because she loves me. So I have a BTS bracelet that says best mom, and then I have this one that says sugar. So sugar, my daughter made it for me, even though she hates BTS. My kids all they not hate. Hate it's a strong word. They don't like K-pop. They don't like BTS. They like nah. They're like nah. They're like this is insane. They're like what is this? What is this? They're like mom, why? Why? And my kids are young. My kids are 15 and 11. So they don't like anything pop at all. Like they don't listen to pop music. They listen to a bunch of like indie bands. So for them BTS is just like why? It's just like they find it very annoying that me and their aunt go to like we go to K-pop concerts and they're just like why? 2 years, they're like, why? Why? Like, what is this? They keep thinking they're like, it's the phase she going through. My kids are like, it's a phase. Our mom's going through a phase. Hopefully she'll get over it soon. My kids. Oh, yours think you're insane? Oh yeah, my kids think hello, Luna and Lexi. Yeah, my kids think I'm insane. They think I've lost my. They've like, you're too old to like K-pop. Like why? Like you're too old to like K-pop. I don't know. Like, do you know how old Sugar is? Like he's too young, mom. He's like young enough to be your child. Like I'm like, don't bring that up. Am I a stay? No, I'm not a stay, but I did go to Stray Kids. I did go to their concert. And I did do a whole video about Stray Kids. And also, I just recently watched K-pop Demon Hunter, y'all. So I will be posting my review tomorrow. My review is pretty funny. It's kind of snarky, but I did finally, after weeks and weeks of people telling me to watch K-pop Demon Hunter, I finally had time to sit down and watch K-pop Demon Hunter. Do I have a bias? My bias is Sugar BTS. Stray Kids, I don't know. I think Felix is cute. So I finally watched K-pop Demon Hunter. So if you subscribe to my channel, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. But I'm posting my review and it's funny. It's so funny. It's kind of a snarky review, but it's funny though. But I will tell y'all people been wondering what I think about K-pop Demon Hunter. Considering I like anime and I like K-pop. So I love anime. I'm an anime person. I've been watching anime for over 20 years now. Probably since I was probably longer than that. I've been an anime. I started watching like Dragon Ball, like the old Dragon Ball back in the day. And I like Demon Hunter. Like we're gonna go see the Demon Hunter movie. I think me and my kids next week. And my daughter likes she likes anime, not K-pop, anime. And so I used to be a really big diehard anime fan. So we'll see how it goes. Yes, I did watch it. I liked the part with the K-pop fans. I thought that was one of the parts that I do like. You're an OG anime fan. I know, like I said, dude, I'm an OG and I like Demon Hunter and Chainsaw Man and Boruto and stuff like that. I like Inuyasha back in the day. I was a big Inuyasha fan. Um, so yeah, yeah, that review is tomorrow. And like I said, some people may not like it because there's certain elements about about K-pop Demon Hunter that I did like, and there's certain things that I did not like. But I think it's a good start. I think the idea and the content the the idea and the conception of it is great. I think it's a great idea. I think one of my biggest problems is I think it should have been a TV show instead of a movie. I think it just went by way too quick. I think it deserves to really have like its own TV show. I would love to see it have its own TV show because they could really expand on. But there's a lot there. I think the idea is good, and I think that it's a lot. It's a lot there to expand on. I think it's a fabulous idea, and there's a lot to go on. It would make a good TV show. It would make a good live action show as well. I think this would make a good live action show, like TV show, if they could do it right. But for now, animation, no more movies. I think it deserves its own like TV show. I want to see these characters episode to episode. I want to see their backstories. I want to hear all of it. There need to be there's only so much you can do in like a movie. I need a lot of they need a lot of character development because it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. Like I said, this sets to me the base with considering how successful it was, this is just the foundation. I think that Netflix will give them more money and more time, and they will do it. I think if they're smart, they would do a TV show because they can have marketing. This thing, K-pop Demon Hunter would so kill marketing. All those K-pop fans, the song, look. The songs are great. The K-pop Demon Hunter, I'm gonna tell y'all, they got songs out there that's better than regular K-pop songs. Have y'all seen the K-pop charts? Y'all need to go to Kville. Go to Kville right now. Go on YouTube. I'll give you permission. Go to Kville and go watch the YouTube charts. And by 10 minutes in, you're gonna be like this. I'm like, no wonder K-pop Demon Hunter rose up the charts. Cause I'm like, them four songs is better than 90% of the shit that's on the charts right now. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's all right. Yeah, that's cool. If you go listen to them K-pop charts right now in Korea, you're gonna be like, whew, it's mediocre at best. So when I heard K-pop Demon Hunter, I was like, oh, this is a good song. Oh, this is another good song. Oh, this is a really good song. Like they're really, and I don't like girl groups. Y'all know I don't like girl groups. I don't stand girl groups. I don't deal with girl groups. But I do have to say that like the songs is good. The songs are really they're produced good. They sound good. They're good songs. I like Golden. And Free is good. Free was the first song I heard, and I was like, I don't even like slow songs, but that's a good song. But all those songs was good songs. Compared to what's on the charts, I'm like, even people who didn't like K-pop Demon Hunter, even my sister-in-law, she did not like that movie. She did not like K-pop Demon Hunter. She thought it was boring and stupid. But she was like, well, the music is good. I was like, yeah, because it's better than what's on the charts right now. I mean, it's 10 times better than what's on the charts right now. What's on the charts right now don't sound nothing like Golden. Golden is good. Oh, you're not a girl group fan, girl. I'm not a girl group fan at all. At all. But again, K-pop, no wonder people liked it. The music alone is worth it. And if they come out with another TV series and they will do songs for the TV series, they will. I mean, and then they do merchandise. Imagine T-shirts, hats, huntrix, and then they come out with another. Maybe they bring the Saja Boys back. I mean, they'll bring the Demon King or the guy who was the ruler of the demons. They can bring him back if they bring in like. Now, since they made a lot of money, a lot of clout, they can bring back like famous people to sing the songs, the famous people to do the voices. They can incorporate other like regular boy band groups. Maybe they can get some BTS members. What do y'all think about that? Get some beat or members of other groups to come together and create one group. Like the Sky, like I have so many ideas for how this could work. If you could get like an ATEEZ member, a BTS member, a Stray Kids member, and two others, a TXT member. If you could get members of other groups to be in the next iteration of K-pop Demon Hunters, it would just be crazy. Like the girls could be going up against a real K-pop another girl group. They can have a rivalry with another boy group. They can talk about being in different agencies. They can talk about, trainees, mentoring trainees. Like this could break. I mean, this could really be something special. Like really. And then bring back the demon aspect and then do a backstory about Rumi and her. How did her parents get together? Her mom was a K-pop singer. Her grandmother was like, if they could really expound on like the past of Rumi and the girls, this could be a whole thing. Like this really could break things wide open. Seriously, people have sent their ideas to them. Yeah. You said contact Sony. I have so many ideas about how this could go. I mean, if you could they could really write a compelling backstory. Like, and then, like I said, if you bring in members from other groups, whether they be girl groups or boy groups, this would kill. I mean, if they could get that together, there would be so many people that would be so invested in a K-pop Demon Hunter show. Like I said, you bring in other groups, other people, more famous people singing. Like I said, BTS Army would go crazy. If y'all had Jungkook as a character, him singing and doing the voice of a character in K-pop Demon Hunters, BTS Army would go crazy. They'd lose their minds. We'd lose our mind. We'd lose our shit. We'd be like, oh my God, Jungkook is in this show. And he was up there singing the songs. So they all the K-pop singers, this is the buzz in the industry. They're all a fan. They all like these songs. They all heard of these songs. Jimin was up there singing it. Jungkook was up there singing it. J-Hope was up there singing it. Like this is going around in the industry. People doing their own versions. They on YouTube doing their own versions and reacting out the scenes in the movie. Like this is a whole thing. So this is a great opportunity for a lot of people to come together. And like I said, you talk about different fan bases coming together and they get interested in it. That's just you must just print off money. You making it rain. Just instant money. Instant money. You want a Demon Hunter TV show? Yeah, seriously. Yeah, JK sang sorry. He was and then Jim was him and Jim were just singing Golden and they were like, they was getting it. Like it sounded awesome. Yeah, we do need a Demon Hunter TV show. This, like I said, the merchandise alone I'm thinking about would make so much money. That Huntrix t-shirts, hats. I mean, I know they're not a real group, but at this point, you could pretty much market it as it like it would be a real group. And like I said, I'm sure Netflix and the creative team, I'm sure they're working on all this to get all this together because it didn't. This show was something that they did not expect to be a hit like this. Like this took Netflix and the creators by surprise. They did not expect it to resonate and blow up like it did. They just thought this was going to be some little genre, animated movie that would just, gather, get some attention. People like the songs a little bit. They did not anticipate that this thing would be like number one movie on Netflix for weeks and weeks and weeks. They were taken by surprise. They were saying that the creators were like shocked that this is like a whole phenomenon now, and now they have to scramble and come up with something. And Netflix is like, speaking, they're like, so this is a really big hit, and we need you to hurry up and come up with something because we need to start getting up on this, because time is money. Time is money. So Netflix is definitely one that. And then you have plushies like the tiger and the magpie. They were talking about you can go online and get plushies now. I mean, just all the merchandise. Like I'm just thinking of the merchandise alone would bring in millions, multi-millions. People would buy the plushies and the t-shirts and the hats and the cups and like they were a real group. And then you can create like social media accounts for each one of the members and do all that. I mean, it could be like a real cool thing. So I look forward to them doing a lot with it. But anyway, guys, this is it. I appreciate everybody has been here. If you came in late, you can always rewind it and go back to the beginning. And again, once my video is published and posted, I will put in the description, I mean in the comments on my video, I will post the timestamp so y'all can just go to whatever topic that you are interested in. And I appreciate everybody's being here. And like I said, I try not to make this too long. It's 2.5 hours. That's good because normally I'll be going 3.5 hours. So you guys have a good. It's evening time here. It's nighttime here, and in the Dallas Fort Worth area in Texas, it's nighttime here in America. It is time for me to eat. I bought food. I have a nice salad. And soon I have to say, y'all, my channel will be monetized very soon. And so I'm trying to come up with some ideas for monetization. If you guys have any ideas about monetization, the things that you want to hear me talk about, one of the things I talk about is talk about off the record things that I hear in the K-pop industry that I don't really talk about on my channel because I don't want to get people in trouble. But if I start doing memberships, I will get on here and tell y'all some of the things that I've seen and heard and know about because again, I have two friends who live in Korea, work in Korea, Koreans, and they work for two different companies. And I won't say what companies they are, but it's not Hybe, it's not Big Hit. But they do work for one of them works for one of the big four companies, and the other one works for kind of a smaller company. Well, he kind of freelances. But anyway, but if you guys want to tell you guys about my stories about what I've heard in the industry, then I can do that. Like in more of a controlled area if you guys want to do paid memberships. But then I got to give you guys more than that. Like I will think about doing whatever you guys want to see. So if you guys want to see something, you can subscribe to my channel, go to my post section, formerly the community tab. And then you guys can just tell me what you think. What do you want to hear me do or do? I thought about doing a Patreon. I really did. I thought about doing a Patreon, but I went on Patreon. I was trying to set it up and I was like, this is a lot. And I kind of don't want to set up another social media because I already got a Wattpad. Again, Wattpad, I'm on Nomadic Kitty FF. F is in Frank, F is in Frank. So if you're on Wattpad or not on Wattpad, please join me on Wattpad. My stories are very popular. Like I'm number one in music. I'm number like five in South Korea. I'm number three with the sugar. Like there's different like categories, and I'm like number one in a lot of them. But I have an ongoing Yoongi, BTS Sugar, BTS centric fan fiction that is very realistic. Um, People have sent me emails privately, and they're like, because they think that I'm like revealing something. But y'all, I'm not. Like, I'm not revealing anything. Yeah, Wattpad. Wattpad. Wattpad is a website. It's an app where a bunch of people write fan fiction and stories. And you can go there and read and subscribe. Hello. And you can go there and read and subscribe. I didn't know what Wattpad was until someone told me I wrote a short stories, and people were like, oh, you should get your stories on Wattpad. And I was like, what is Wattpad? They're like, oh, it's this app where like a bunch of writers go, and that's how I got started a couple of months ago. But I think I have like 10,000 viewers already, and many, many, many subscribers. And so, and some of it is kind of 18 and up. But I warn people like, and it's different. I write different, like, and it's a chronological story, but I don't, it's broken down into parts. So you can read and come back and read a little bit and come back. And it's broken down into parts. And each part is probably like 600 characters. So something you can really read real quick and be like, oh, I got that part. So people like it because it's like a series. It's like a K drama. It really is K drama. It's very, very, very realistic. Like I take real events and real things with BTS, things that are on video, things, timelines and events, and I put a lot of research into it and bringing this particular story to life. And it's kind of a what if story, but it's very realistic. People trip out because people go back and watch videos that, and then I reference real life things. Like I think in my next, like right now I'm talking about the American hustle life, and then I'm going to talk about their trip to Tokyo in 2016, and I break that down and how my main character is behind the scenes, and it's a slow build between a character and her relationship with Sugar. It's just kind of a love triangle with RM kind of a little bit there. So it's kind of like a love. It's a very heavily, but it's very realistic about it gives you a lot of insight about the industry. I put a lot of industry into this. So I can really really tell y'all my real opinions in my fan fiction, because then I give y'all a real lot of insights, and a lot of stuff is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Um, about certain characters, of course, are fictional characters, but then a lot of people are real people, but but are in made up scenarios and situations. And it's no slash. Like I don't do like Jimin and Jungkook together. I know some of y'all are into y'all are take cookers, and I respect y'all, or V Men or Jai Men or whatever. I respect all of y'all shippers, but it's nothing like that. I don't have them BTS members together. I'm sorry to disappoint y'all. I don't believe they are together. It's my personal opinion. I wouldn't be mad if they were, but in my fictional story, they are not together with each other at all. So none of that happens. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm disappointed. Some of y'all are like, Tay Cook? I'm like, no, sorry. There's no Tay Cook in my stories. I might throw a little bit of Dash in there. My story is still continuing. Um, I may throw a little Dash. I don't know. It just depends. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I might throw a little dash in there, a little sprinkle for just little hints there. I may not do a full blown because I don't really believe that. So it's kind of hard for me to write about it if I don't really see a realism behind it. But I'll try though, y'all. But it's a really good story. Like I do have to say, I put a lot of effort into this fan, and it's a lot of fun. It's a fun for me to write. It's realistic. It's romantic. Sometimes it's smutty. Sometimes it's real smutty. But again, I warn those parts. I do put like a warning 18 and plus, just in case y'all little kids trying to read about some sexy time. Y'all don't need to be reading about that. Don't read about that. Just cover your eyes. Skip over those parts. But it is a little adult. But some of it, by half of it, is kind of adult. But it's again real adult situations. Like so. And yeah, you can live and experience BTS from 2014 through the eyes of a person that is supposedly supposed to be there in the background. And people have had weird things happen. People have watched videos, y'all, and they be like, I swear to God, I see her in the background. I swear to God, I've heard her in the background. And I'm like, my character is just fictional, but they be swearing up and down. They be like, wait, who's that in the background? I said, look, y'all are seeing things. They be swearing to God, they be seeing my fictional character in the background. I be like, girl, she don't exist. I promise you, she don't exist. Some people accuse me of like taking a real person and writing about, but I have not. I don't know who keeps accusing me of this, but if this is a real person, I want to know who. Because the things, if there's a real staff member that really did date BTS, I want to know who it is because people accuse me all the time of like spilling the tea on a staff member. I've been accused of that many. I had people send me personal emails. They were like, is this a real person that you spilling the tea? I was like, no, I just made up. So I don't know. Maybe somebody knows something that I don't know. But no, y'all, this is not a real person. I don't know a BTS staffer that dated one of the members, and I'm just telling their story as a ghostwriter. No, let me put that out there. No, it does not happen. I'm not ghostwriting for somebody. Again, I've been accused. I'm flattered that y'all think it's so real, but I've been accused by many people sending me DMs and messages like, "Is this a real person?" Oh, no, baby, it's not a real person. Are you? I had somebody ask me, "Are you sure this isn't a real person?" Or they were like, "Did the person you know in the industry did they work with BTS and did they sleep with one of them?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "No, girl." And even if I did, I wouldn't be out here telling their business. Even if I did know somebody who did do something like that, which I don't, I wouldn't be out here writing fan fiction, pretending it's fan fiction. I'm really out there spilling her tea if they were a friend of mine. I wouldn't do that to my friend. I wouldn't do that. But I wouldn't reveal their truths like that. But I'm flattered that people think it's a real person. That I'm just changing up the names. That this a real person, isn't it? I'm like, no, it's not a real person. Those person, I know they exist. I have one lady that insists that this person exists. She's like, I didn't went back and watch the videos, and I swear to God, there's a staff member in the back that she's on this video, and I was like, I said, that's not her. They're like, you just changed the names, didn't you? Ma'am, that's not her. Like, I don't know who the staff member is on this video. Their faces is blurred out. I don't know, but that's not who. This is a fictional person. But y'all keep on keeping on. But anyway, y'all have a good night. I'm out of here. Bye, y'all.